Streaming.
Alright, there's audio.
Okay, we have audio.
Alright.
Hey, are
Looks
we
like it's
back?
Chris the Terrian for a second.
Let's just act like none of that happened. James,
Okay.
you were saying that there was some cool stuff.
Yes, that's right.
Wait, hold on.
We should make sure that
I'm gonna split it.
Alright.
Okay, cool.
Well, I mean, you just gotta start talking when I do the thing.
Yeah, you gotta go. That means
action.
Action.
Alright, do it again.
Alright.
So we have some really cool things. We've kind of been sitting on some cool new announcements for like 2 weeks or so because we've been gallivanting around the world. You know, we've been traveling out of countries. You guys are just in the States, so whatever.
Yeah.
But you know what? We've been traveling. But okay, so we've actually have some cool announcements to talk about for the future of UltraChenTV. UltraChenTV is expanding. Exactly, just like that, just like that. And so if you guys are wondering what we mean by expanding, you can probably guess.
Why are you laughing?
From the
It's creeping me out.
Dude, he does this all the time.
He's
and I'm
like a
always
kid, and
I'm always
Chris
what's
is
so
like,
funny?
I know what
What's
you
so
got,
funny?
but I'm not going to
Look,
tell you.
It's so
I'm
funny.
constantly telling myself jokes in my own head
and making fart noises.
that nobody else would think was
Okay,
funny.
alright.
So,
Okay.
anyway, continue.
Anyways, we are expanding for the future of UltraChenTV, and look, if you've been watching for the past couple of times, it's probably pretty obvious that we're dropping Ultra David.
Ultra David's off the show.
He keeps laughing. No, what we're actually going to be doing is we are growing the UltraChenTV roster, and I am super excited, super happy that we are basically now going to include Pasty and Tasty
Me
Steve.
too?
Yes!
Yes.
On the official
We did it.
UltraChenTV roster.
We did
That's
it.
the hell I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
Right.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just all
Yeah.
handshake.
Exactly.
It's all
Yeah.
business. It's all business.
Look, I had theoretically said, the first thought that came to my mind is we should name the show now UltraChenTV.
And it was a pleasure being on Ultra.
All right.
We'll see you
It was
guys.
good while it lasted. I'll see you.
But I think that was vetoed by everybody's
Everybody.
expressions right
It got a
now.
chuckle out of me, but it was like
Yeah.
a pity chuckle.
Yeah.
And then I was like, alright.
No, we're just going to be UltraChenTV.
Right.
And what's going to happen actually is that these guys are going to be on the Tuesday show every week that they want to come. Anytime they want to show up, they're here.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime David can't make it or I can't make it, you know, we're going to have all sorts of different people on there.
Yep.
But also on the UltraChenTV Twitch, we're all going to start streaming on there, basically.
Yeah.
We're all going to
Right.
be streaming content on there. And it could be anything, like Steve could be playing Arkham Knight, which he should 100% do.
Yeah,
Right.
I was definitely just playing that.
Because you're going to be freaking out like the whole time,
Oh man,
right?
Tasty Steve streams are best.
But not only that, but we're also going to try to do some fun stuff amongst ourselves. Because the cool thing about it here is not only do we expand the number of Steves on our team,
Mm-hmm.
we also expand game knowledge,
Right.
right? So, for example, Steve here is, well, Tasty here is a avid Tekken player.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of us don't know anything about Tekken.
I'm starting to learn now.
Oh, really?
I'm learning Tekken for the
Okay.
sole purpose of adding another Tekken commentator.
Ah,
to the table.
okay.
Yeah.
So, but what we can do then is now we can, all four of us sit down and stream. Steve can be teaching us Tekken, and while two of us plays, the other two can commentate.
Yeah.
So the people at home can learn
Mm-hmm.
some Tekken. We can learn some Tekken. It should be fun.
It's
Right.
lucrative for everybody involved.
Right. We can do that for some Guilty Gear,
Exactly.
Killer Instinct,
And then some Street Fighter
Street
5
Fighter, of course.
that we all know how to play, so we can all just get salty at each other and
Yeah,
get mad.
you two can play, and then we can commentate it, and then we can
Yeah.
play, and you guys can commentate it.
That's
So
right.
Versa, the swap out. It's gonna be a regular old good time.
Yeah, I like it too because when we commentate, you know, we'll like commentate with like the different pairs. It's not gonna
Yeah.
be-
Exactly.
And that's, you know, well, that'll help us develop as commentators too, which I think is
So we're
Solid.
involving you guys in the growth aspect of UltraChenTV. I think that's really sick.
I thought you were saying that you two were involving us too, and I was like, wait a
Oh,
second.
no,
You
no.
know, I don't know
Wait a
about all
second.
that. You know, the newest hottest thing in the old folks' home are combining together. That's all it
Old
is.
folks, dude, we're all old folks home
This is
compared
true.
to you.
I was
right?
about to say, man, you are baby
this
food,
guy,
dude.
Yeah, come on.
Anyways.
Look, you guys need a younger perspective on things.
Oh,
That's all
right,
it is.
What the
exactly.
cool kids are doing.
We need
Like,
to
what
know.
are these stupid kids saying about all this? And I'm like, it's lit, and you know,
Wow. It's lit, huh?
you know, Drake, and I don't know, fancy light up sneakers, and whatever kids
Well,
like.
I'll have you know that we had fancy light up sneakers in my day.
Well,
LA
you know,
gear, baby.
Yeah.
I'm
And I
just
wasn't
ma-
even in LA at the time, and I know about those.
Yeah, oh yeah, those were around.
I'm
believe
just
me.
making sure
Believe
we're up
me.
to date on all the new stuff. You know, that's what kids say, right? All right.
Well, regardless, I'm happy to be a part of the team.
Yeah.
Right.
I
That
really
makes
do
two of
appreciate
us.
it. I mean, we've looked up to you guys for a long time, so I think it's really cool. You know, you get to work with your idols. You know what I mean? It's like, you know,
Yeah.
no, too
Oh,
soon.
yeah, yeah.
All right, whatever.
I mean,
Sorry.
You guys are like the original. You know?
Okay,
You guys are
sure.
like pioneers to this kind
Sure,
of stuff.
okay.
so.
But I
Yeah.
mean, other cool things too. Obviously, a lot of us might be streaming at the same time and stuff. What we're planning to do, you know how, like, for example, the Mad Cats for a while had their little team page. We're working to try to get that set up so that way you can go to one page and see if we're streaming on UltraChenTV or our individual channels.
Right.
And have
Because
a-
if one of us is streaming on UltraChenTV and the other one wants to stream, then one of us will be streaming on our individual channels. Yeah, so you can see it on the team page.
Right. Unless you guys are streaming, then I'm just gonna kick you guys off.
Right, yeah.
That's enough of that.
Seniority.
What is this? Guilty Gear? Get this out of here.
So, yeah, basically,
Splatoon.
between the four of us, there will almost always be some stream going for UltraChenTV.
Yeah, hopefully.
With different
that's
content, different perspectives.
That's the plan. And then, and the best part is, at some point in time, the three of us can force Ultra David to play rhythm games. Like, we can try to
that
make
would
him
be
play Rock
sick.
Band.
That would be
Hey,
good. Also,
I'm
we
not
are
opposed to it.
planning to do streams of games that are not fighting games together. Because y'all need to take a beating in Mario Party.
Mario
No,
Party.
no.
I'm in there for Mario.
No,
Party.
James
no.
says,
no.
No.
he doesn't do this.
Look, if we do Mario Party, this whole collaboration
It's gonna fall apart?
It's gonna end
What about
really
Monopoly?
fast.
What about a
Oh,
good
Monopoly.
old-fashioned game of Monopoly?
Hey,
Come on.
Monopoly.
Come on, that's like cheating. He's
Dude,
gonna
I
dunk
know
us.
what-
I know.
It's just random.
No,
It's
no,
just
I know what
random.
David's
Exactly,
gonna
that's
say.
the best
It's a
part.
baby's game.
Yeah,
No, it's
see,
not.
he said, I knew
No,
it.
no, it's not.
We
No,
had
it
this,
is.
we had this
No.
discussion in Kuwait. I was so
Really?
mad. Some
A
people
baby's game?
It's a baby's
How
game.
many people have you played Monopoly with?
A lot.
How many? At
Oh,
one
no.
time.
At one time, probably max is 6.
Okay, and you still. So did you win every time?
No, because it's a baby's game.
So
Wow.
so you're saying you haven't
It's-
won,
it's
but
dice rolling.
it is. You need
Yeah.
the dice to
It
move.
literally is dice rolling.
But so are you aware of the house rules, like what you can and
How are you,
can't
James?
do?
It's good to see you. Yeah,
I love having these conversations.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry. You know what?
Well,
Whatever.
you know,
We'll talk about this
if,
later.
if you guys have suggestions for other games we should play,
Yeah.
then let us know.
Look, we just want to do lots of cool things and bring these guys on board. Obviously, these two have also been doing lots of commentary and everything like that. So we've got a commentary.
Oh, someone said Uno. That would be so.
Twister would be hilarious.
Twister
Oh,
would be.
Twister.
Oh my god,
You know
I'm
what we
hella
need to
down
do
for Twister.
for-
Hey, I have the limb reach in this room.
That's true. You're the tallest
I
one.
got the
yeah,
lengthy.
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be in
This is
a
But
cool
he's athletic.
position.
I'm like super
Oh,
athletic.
We
and,
talked about Splatoon.
and
We
small
talked-
twitches
Oh, yeah.
throws everybody off balance.
Well-
All it takes is a flex, bam, you're flying across the room. That's what
Oh
it-
damn! Dang!
I have dangerously flexible joints.
Don't tell
Oh,
anybody
this
else
is getting
that.
so
I mean,
serious.
I mean, dangerous to me. Like it's,
You know
David
what?
has an unfair advantage.
I'm the heaviest person here, so
Uh-huh.
if you're under me, I'm just gonna let go.
Oh god!
And you know, you guys have got to deal with all of that.
Wait,
So,
we're gonna
you
play
know,
Twister with special abilities? Is that like that's what's gonna happen? That'd be sick.
all right, what's yours? He's got the weight. He's got athleticism, I guess. I have dangerously double joints that could fall
Dangerously-
apart at any
He's
time.
gonna try to. He's gonna stab us with his hair.
Oh,
he's gonna just
he's
like,
gonna
swing
flick his
his
hair and
hand
be like,
around.
oh
Yeah.
god.
And he's gonna stab us with the hair.
Oh
dude.
my god!
Oh my god.
I'm so bad at Twister.
You know
I'm
what?
absolutely terrible. I'll
Okay,
probably
okay.
take you all down with me.
Okay.
I've never played Twister in my
Oh
life.
well, okay.
Shame.
Probably not something that we're gonna help you out with.
No, definitely not.
All right. Well.
Okay,
anyway.
but yeah, so expect lots of cool content coming out soon. Hopefully, we're going to be doing lots of neat things and try to stream a lot more content on the channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And lots of cool new ideas as we go.
This is true. I'm looking at the chat, and they're giving like great games to play, like Power Stone and stuff like that. So I would so be down if you guys have any ideas. Just shoot them to these two guys, not me, because I don't want you to blow up my timeline. But just give them to these guys, and we will run through those.
Tweet it to UltraChenTV, our Twitter account, and
You
we'll
remember
reply.
when I bought that one old Bullet Hell game. That the versus Bullet Hell game.
Grande?
Yeah, so that we could play it and we never
that's
did.
true. We never did.
Yeah,
I'd be
but
down
see,
for that.
Now
That
we've got that going. So we have all sorts of cool things that we could stream and just basically get mad at each other about. This collaboration will not last long. Keep playing
We've tried this before. It doesn't work.
4 Sword Adventures.
Oh wow. 4 Swords. I'd be
Shoving
down.
people off cliffs and
Yo,
stuff.
Final
like that.
Fantasy Crystal Chronicles? No, you guys probably hit that game.
Dude,
Never mind.
no, the game is cool, but it's just that one guy's stuck carrying the bucket.
You gotta rotate, man.
Do you have a Game Boy Color?
I mean,
Because
not
you need
anymore.
4 Game Boy Colors to play that thing, right?
Those things are like $5 now at like Goodwill. I'll buy them for everybody.
You
It's
know
okay.
what? I brought my Game Boy Color with me on the plane to Kuwait, so
Your Game Boy Color?
I had 3 portable consoles worth of gaming just in case the
And
batteries
you didn't
on
play
it.
any Pokemon, right?
No, I didn't play any Pokemon.
Yeah,
That's
but
why you don't know who killed Pokemon's dad.
That's what.
I had Final Fantasy V Remake on there.
But why would you not play Pokemon at all, though? Like at all?
He's not.
Because I'm too
I didn't
old
play
for
Pokemon.
right?
I played Pokemon on my flight.
I played Code Word Steam or Codename Steam. Whatever.
Oh,
yeah,
That
yeah,
game's pretty
yeah.
cool. That game's pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay,
That's cool.
let's see. What did I play? I played some Meteos. I played some Phoenix Wright trilogy. I played a little bit of a what's that guy's name? Professor Clayton.
Clayton?
Yeah.
Oh.
I played a little bit of that. I played some Luigi's Dark Mansion.
Oh, man, yeah.
I played a little bit of Tetris DS. I played a little bit of Mega Man Zero collection on the.
Really?
Dude, I just
Wow,
went
yeah,
ham.
I mean,
Yeah,
to be
that's a
fair,
lot.
there were a lot of hours.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys
Look,
flew around the
wow.
universe.
On the plane coming home, my 10-hour flight, my last flight, there were at least like 7 or 8 screaming babies on that flight. Like, I mean, one of the babies on that flight, seriously, was like a movie parody. Like, it was like one of those ones that it's so exaggerated that, it's only exists in movies. And one of the babies on that flight was like that, and it was, yeah.
That sucks.
That's the one when you ask yourself, is this real life? You're like,
Yeah.
this baby's not real. I'm gonna go back there and they're gonna be shooting a movie.
Yeah.
And that's
It's gonna be a doll.
like with a rubber baby. That's what's gonna happen.
Because it was like screaming the whole entire time.
Ouch.
So, yeah.
I played a lot of Sleep. It was pretty cool.
Sleep. I slept too.
See, I can't sleep on planes.
The guy next to me was like a seriously scary, methed out version of Jim Carrey.
Oh wow.
And
Was he
so
telling you jokes?
No, but
Oh,
he was
that's-
like that. The mannerisms.
So he was like
there.
the number 23 Jim Carrey, where he was all
Right.
serious.
So I was gonna sleep. I was planning to sleep on the plane, and then it was him, and I was like, I'll die if I go to sleep. Like I'll be murdered in my sleep. So I played Pokemon, and I was like, that I have to. Like there's no that. Like I'm worried for my
He
life.
reaches over, hey, I got that in shiny form.
That's what I was worried
Like-
about. I was like trying to keep to myself over here in the corner, and he's like looking around, and I'm like, oh, this guy's too shifty. I don't like all this.
I'm glad you
He's too
lived.
shifty.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will say though, on the flight there, my super long flight, I had one of the other worst scenarios where the dude's sitting in the seat directly in front of me. Like, I don't want to make this a stereotype.
Oh my
about,
god.
like, or anything, but like this dude did not shower for at least 3
Okay,
days.
alright.
Okay,
Alright.
Wait, who doesn't shower? What's the?
Okay, never mind. I'm not
Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, some
yeah.
white smelly dude didn't shower.
Yeah,
we
so
get
you're
it.
right,
Fine.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But basically, he would be sitting there, and then he did this a lot.
Oh.
And I'm
killer.
sitting behind him, and I was just like, oh. And like seriously, like the blanket had to come up, and I was like, seriously. it
So
was-
on my flight to Portland for the
Uh-huh.
first Wizard World event, there was a guy. I was waiting for my I was just waiting at the airport, and this dude comes up and sits like in front of me, and he smelled so bad. I moved to another part of the airport because I was like, that guy is disgusting.
Right.
So because I was so much farther away when I boarded my plane, I was like one of the last people on,
Uh-huh.
and I had the back row of the plane, and I walked all the way to the back row of the plane, and look, guess who's sitting right next to me?
Body.
And I was like, this is
Bye.
going to be the worst flight of my life. And he was the smelliest dude I've ever been on a
Yeah.
plane with.
I'm so
I think
sorry.
he was on both of our
That's
planes
funny.
at the same time.
He was on
dude.
both you guys.
I think so.
An after image of funk. Oh my god.
And like the worst part is, he got up and like walked to do something, and his smell lingered.
Yeah, dude.
Like it
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
The
stuck
snail
to the
doppelganger.
chair.
I've seen that
And
before.
I was like,
classic.
I
I
Classic
could see where he was. Like
Dude,
there was like an
it's like
odor.
that Seinfeld episode, which you were probably not born yet when it was aired, right? You know, it was the one where
Probably.
the guy had the car and like he sold the car, but his BO could never.
Oh,
be
yeah.
lasted. Yeah.
Shout out to Shine.
It was terrible.
Fantastic show.
I love that show.
Well, if you like inane banter like this,
This is what you can
About
expect.
Coral.
oh my god! That was you that
That was
time.
me.
if you
that's
have
right.
it out for Dan,
Yeah.
then watch
exactly.
more UltraChenTV on
Exactly.
Tuesday.
This is what you can expect.
This is what you'll get.
This is our fighting game show.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Again, we're gonna have more streaming other than this because we'll all be streaming on it. And so
David
expect
is
more
our Ernie
content.
Johnson right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's the one. He's reeling it in right now. Trying
You
to
guys
take care
want the
of
real
us.
deets on this team? Make sure you check me out when I stream. I'll be giving out all the juicy details.
Oh yeah, internal stuff, huh?
I don't know
Yeah.
anything, I guess.
It's like when Ultra David does this, you wouldn't believe the way he parks his
Ultra
car.
David never actually wears any pants when he does this.
Yeah.
And, no,
I mean, technically, I don't have pants on. Right now.
It's true.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
call it.
I like-
yeah, that's true.
It's true.
Anyways.
He's doing all right.
Yeah, but
Actually,
they're
neither of
covered.
us have pants on right now.
Oh wow.
That's true too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys got to get with the flow. You have your pants on.
Get with the flow, the airflow, right?
The
Yeah.
airflow is not. Yeah.
It gets
it's,
warm here.
Yeah,
It gets
yeah,
warm.
it does. It does. All right. All right.
Okay,
all right,
but
all right.
so look, a lot of tournaments.
Lot of tournaments happening.
tournaments the last 2 weeks. A lot of really cool, exceptional, events happening. Very, very neat stuff going on here. I have 4 of them listed there, which is Red Bull Kumite, Texas Showdown, Northwest Majors, Kuwait Battle Royale, and I'm still missing stuff like Smash Summit 2 and the PAX East exhibition.
Right.
But I've listed those 4 because those are the 4 that we went to, so we can talk about them a little bit more in detail.
Okay.
So, let's start with Red Bull Kumite, shall we?
All right. Well, that was me and James in
Yeah,
Paris,
uh-huh.
which was pretty sick. I hadn't been there since 2004 when I studied there, and I hoped that some of my friends would come back, but it was like
Oh.
I
saw your tweets.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Nothing great. Let me tell you. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. We didn't really have that much time to do things outside of the tournament because it was just very hectic. But
We
it was
did
cool.
get to see the Eiffel Tower, though.
did.
That's
Oh,
cool.
sick.
Yeah, you kind of have to do that, right?
Yeah, I saw. Took some pictures of it, and you cannot, pictures just don't do it any
Yeah,
justice.
that's
it's
true.
so much
I
fun.
had my 3DS on me. I even tried taking 3D pictures with the. It didn't work
Whoa.
out very well.
Yeah.
It didn't work out
Yeah.
very well.
We saw Notre Dame and
Oh man.
Notre Dame.
Whatever.
I was about to say.
No. Notre
Notre Dame.
That's what it is.
And we saw
Is
saw
it
like
really Notre Dame?
no, of course. Well, I mean that's
In a
To us yokels, of
Oh,
course.
okay.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
no. That's just what we call the school,
Okay.
Notre Dame, because it's in America.
Right.
It's
It
always-
is Notre Dame because the way you
Yes.
said Notre Dame was like
I was
this
about
is
to
how
say,
wrong people.
so I'm really
say it.
that stupid. All right. Dumb guy on the panel here. Got it.
Yeah. But no.
Anyway,
it was, really
it
cool.
was really cool.
So the sightseeing was fun?
Yeah.
We did a little bit of it.
I even ate some escargot.
Oh, wow. How was
And I
that?
feel like I got tricked too because the escargot it was in the shell,
Oh.
and you ate the shell. You ate
Wow.
the whole entire thing. And when I mentioned that to other people, they're like, "I ain't never had no escargot with shell."
I was about
Yeah,
to say,
maybe.
if we're eating the shell too, count me out.
Yeah.
You can
How
have
was
my
it?
shells. How about that?
Honestly, it tastes like I was eating like mollusks. I was eating a mollusk. What scallops? Scallops or oysters.
Land
or
scallops?
something. Yeah, no, yeah.
Basically,
Basically,
that's
they're
what it
land
is.
scallops. That's just kind of what it
Actually, I
tasted
think they're
like.
sea snails.
I literally thought what he was going to say was it tastes like snail. And I was going to be like, oh, yeah? Does it? That's what I thought he was going to say. I felt like it was, it was
Yeah,
coming
when I was a
apart.
kid and I used to just pluck them off the
Right.
ground, it tasted exactly
That's what I
like
thought
that,
that
dude.
was going to go.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because it is. Yeah.
No, but
Alright.
it was really cool. I was really
Yeah.
happy to see. People told me that I was on Twitter. I was like, dude, I can see why people love this city. And a lot of people were like, it's nice to visit. Like, it's not as fun to live there.
Yeah, just don't stay there.
That's
but,
what I hear.
I mean, I had a great time there. I had a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
for sure. For sure. The event was pretty spectacular. It was much more of a produced show than usual. Like there were rehearsals, and we had a meeting before we even left SoCal to go, talk with Red Bull folks about how it was going to go and all that stuff.
Okay.
And once we got there, we had to scope out the location and whatever. And we ran through it a couple of
We had
times.
rehearsals.
We did have
Wow.
rehearsals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Whole thing.
Someone who will remain nameless flubbed it when we
A
went
little bit
live.
flubbed, but you know what? It ended
Just
up being
kidding.
alright. And it was separate from the Twitch stream. So people watched. Most people, I'm sure, were watching the Twitch stream.
Right.
And we were on the Red Bull TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was
well,
it?
like app or site or whatever you want to watch it on. They just call it Red Bull TV. So it's a separate thing. Wasn't Twitch. I don't know how many people saw it. Could be a lot or could be almost none. I just have no. We haven't found out.
Yeah, the coolest part. I mean, like it was really interesting. So, for example, Gutex was there, Denise was there, and they even did like a pre-show thing. Like, let's check out the fighting game community in Paris, and it was them walking through the streets. They met up with
That's
Luffy.
actually pretty
They
cool.
met up with Kayane. They went to like Luffy's like training facility kind of thing where he played.
I think just like
and stuff
whatever
like
the land
that.
center is.
Yeah, so it was really cool that they did a lot of that stuff.
That's really sick.
Yeah, it was
That
awesome.
sounds really
It
cool.
was awesome. It was a really nice show, but and I don't know if you guys watched it at all, but the
We definitely watched it.
Yeah,
Let me tell
I
you
don't
what.
know how easily that was viewed for you folks.
Oh no, it was fine.
It was fun.
Let me tell, because we were watching grand finals. He's laughing because he knows where this is going. We were watching grand finals in a hotel room, like him and I, because we didn't have commentary during that time. So we were watching, and like Tokido like tied it up 2-2 or something like that. And this dude got a pillow and swung it at me like 8 times, and he was like, "Did you see the jump right there into the confirm?" And he slapped me like 8 times, and I'm just like ducking like this. And like, because there's 2 beds in the hotel, and then there's like the dresser here, so we have it propped up here. So I'm looking at it like this, and all of a sudden, whap, like in the side of the head. And he's like, "Did you see? That was the craziest thing." And then when Infiltration won,
Oh my god.
when Infiltration
That was
won,
my hype just did that. That
right.
was my
So Infiltration won, and
Sorry,
I'm looking,
Dan.
and I felt like the air, and I looked up, and he was doing a flying body slam, and he literally, boom, body slammed me like that, and he leapt up and was like, "How the fuck is he so good?" Like, he just started going nuts, and I'm like this, hoping I don't die, And then he swung the pillow, and then he ran around the room, and then I was like, "That was Red Bull Kumite. It was pretty good."
That's how you know it was good.
Yeah.
That's how you know it was good.
I mean, we were in the venue. We weren't commentating until the top 4, so we were just watching it.
Oh, that's sick.
And like I was there watching with Gutex, and he and I were jumping like literally, like especially round 1 when it was Tokido Daigo.
And then there
That
was a
was
double
crazy.
KO on
That
the
was
first
crazy.
match.
That was
I
out of
legit blacked
control.
out for a second. I was like, for real, these guys?
Yeah.
Oh god.
That was incredible.
Yeah. No, but I mean the venue, the production,
Really
they
nicely
had
done
crazy
venue.
lights. Even it's like okay. So don't get me
Super
wrong here.
Esports.
I'm gonna say
Super
one thing
duper.
right. I really like the production value of it, but I don't think it's the right thing for big tournaments.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh,
for
yeah.
an exhibition.
Oh, yeah.
For like
it's
a little
great.
16-man.
Yeah,
For an exhibition, yeah.
Because they even had like all the little video screens of them coming up. You could record who's in top 16 ahead of time, so you can get the versus screens, like they did on stream and everything. So for exhibitions, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Like exhibitions,
Awesome.
if more exhibitions can get to that production level, that would be great. But it's not a necessary thing. I don't think just yet.
And it wasn't like the tournament was just like pretty and the matches sucked. Like the matches were really good.
Yeah.
I don't know what was in the water in Paris, but like man,
Yo,
the
they were
matches
out
were
for
so
blood.
good.
It was some Big Bird, dude.
Big
Yeah,
Bird's
yeah.
sick.
Well,
Big
let's
Bird
go
is
through
so
the
sick.
let's go
Okay,
through the
results.
places.
Okay.
My tablet just died, so
Oh, your
I
tablet
forgot to
died.
charge it.
Dude, this room, I'm telling you, is like the
I just forgot to
machine,
charge it.
killer.
I know, that's what it was, yeah.
Okay. All right, so let me go to the.
I mean,
Red Bull
you've
Kumite.
been home a day. Yeah, I'm leaving.
The results for the Red Bull Kumite. Okay, so 16 players invited. So the open qualifier to get the last 2 spots, Valmaster and Big Bird made it there. And Big Bird, of course, from UAE, visiting there to try to get in there. And sure enough, he got in. He didn't just get in there. Let's get into the results here. Tied for 13th place. So these are the guys who went 0-2, unfortunately, were Luffy and Valmaster, who was one of the qualifiers, Snake Eyes, and Punko.
So the Red Bull boys were out first.
Yeah, pretty much, except for one. Bonchan made it kind of far.
A little
So.
farther, yeah.
Tied for 9th place were Daigo, didn't even make top 8.
Yep.
Cien, Alyun, and Keoma.
Keoma.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because we'll see where Big Bird places later, but I kept saying that Big Bird was the Keoma of the tournament.
Oh.
And even though Keoma was in the tournament,
Tournament,
yeah, it's just
That's
kind of
tough.
sad. 7th place was tied with Gamerbee and Justin Wong. 5th place tied with Momochi, and there's where Big Bird lands.
Right.
So he tied for 5th place. 4th place was Red Bull's Bonchan. 3rd place, Kazunoko. 2nd place, Tokido. And 1st place, Infiltration. That's right. Grand Finals was Tokido and Infiltration again.
So
Again.
I saw a tweet like right after it, and it said Nash has a lot of bad matchups. Infiltration does not.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 100% in agreement with that. 100%.
I was talking about like the match, and I was like, I honestly don't think Nash is like super duper strong. But when your opponent makes every right choice, it doesn't really matter who they play.
He kind of eclipses whoever he's playing.
If you make like all the right choices always, it doesn't matter who you play.
Yeah, and it's interesting because we were talking to a bunch of the players at Red Bull Kumite. Name your top 4 characters. Name your top 5
We were doing
characters,
the same thing,
right? Nobody had Nash up there.
See,
Very few people had Nash up there. It was almost always Ryu, Chun, Ken, and Nakali.
Everybody had those, but then I think a lot of people had Nash.
Kind of as the 5th one.
Yeah.
So,
So when I was at Texas Showdown and these other places, I even asked. I asked Valle. I asked PR Rod, Kelvin Gion, all these guys, and a bunch of those guys believe, with the exception of a few, that Nash is top 5.
Yeah.
So Valle believes this for sure, and a couple of others.
Like Julio thinks that Nash is really strong. Eduardo does not. For instance.
I mean, the one person that I know who really thought Nash was like top 3 was Cien. But when we were talking to Cien, he's like, I played like 300 matches with Infiltration.
Oh, well. Yeah.
And he's like, I won 20 of them. So, yeah, I can understand why Cien thinks so. But, I mean, look, that's the cool thing about this game. Every character's super good right now.
It's really tough to figure out who is bad.
And another thing, it kind of rolls over. And it kind of rolls over into the fact that we basically get, kind of like the KI model, we get altering tier list because each month, around each month, or maybe a month and a half, we get a new character.
Right.
Kind of mixes it up a little bit,
true,
and it kind of fluxes all the matchups.
Right.
And I've just now, even like today, I got to play like a bunch of Guiles, and I got to play like a bunch of Guiles because they were everywhere.
Right.
And I'm looking at this character, and I'm not looking at my life bar, and I'm like, oh okay, and I'm like, I just got stunned. I only have 40% life. What the hell just happened? And I was like, why am I getting stunned? You know, and I feel like the way that he plays is new to Street Fighter V.
Yeah.
So I'm really, like, at first I was like, I don't care about Guile. Then I saw him, I'm like, oh, he looks cool, but he's probably going to play lame. And now I'm like, wow, he actually plays pretty cool too.
Did you see the video that Chris G tweeted out of himself?
I had to contact him.
Yeah.
I had to personally say, yo, dude, you're pretty good. All right, whatever. I'm sorry for Blockbuster John, but Chris G, goddamn.
that was Blockbuster
John.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, now
John.
you know.
Okay,
Everybody let
okay.
Blockbuster John know how much you appreciate him being comboed
man.
by
He did a good
the
job.
godlike Chris G.
But the funniest
That's really
thing
cool.
too is that, like, again from Cien, he was saying that Guile could actually throw a huge wrench in his Fang play, in his Fang play, because he says that Guile blows up Fang.
Oh yeah,
Because
easy.
Because the thing is, when you watch him play against other Shotos, he would throw out Ryobenda and then throw out Poison. And if Ryu threw a fireball, the Ryobenda would counter it.
Right.
But Guile can V-skill Sonic Boom, and now it just blows right through it.
dang.
And so all of a sudden he can't zone as well against him. So.
Well, and that kind of plays into the part where a lot of people say, and we keep talking about this, we keep coming back to it, that Fang is not that good of a character.
Right.
And I just feel like there's going to come a time, mark my words, somebody's going to be, whether it's an Evo or another tournament, somebody's going to be like, yo, what happened? Yeah, I lost to some guy's Fang. And I'm telling you right now, we're going to get like a top 8, and it's going to be a Fang.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I hope so. That'd be sick.
I want that to happen.
I think that character has a good ceiling.
It's just not going to happen with Zangief.
No.
Probably not.
I think that character sucks.
Probably not with Zangief.
Yeah.
I still don't think he sucks. I think that he doesn't get blown up in most matchups. But I don't really think that he wins matchups either.
Yeah,
It's
by
weird.
sucks, I mean I think he's like one of the worst characters.
Yeah.
He's like bottom 3. Yeah.
But he
Yeah,
still
for
could win, though. That's
No, yeah,
That's
he's
my
definitely
thing.
good.
I think he's always in the running. Like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
he's that bad because I feel like no matter what character he faces, it only takes one, and you're on
Right.
tilt. You're like, oh my god, how did he get in?
Right.
One air SPD, you get immediate
Yeah,
wake up.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like things like that always alter it. But like, let's just say you throw in, an infiltration who does not make those mistakes
Right,
as
and
frequently
then-
as
Yeah.
Joe
Yeah.
Ho-Hum.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And
That guy's pretty good though.
Yo, Joe Ho-Hum is legit.
Joe Ho-Hum is
Look him
pretty
up.
good.
Yeah.
That guy's godlike.
Not as good as Gandhi, but,
Right.
but Joe Ho-Hum is pretty good.
Joe Ho-Hum.
I mean, look, I say that about Zangief, knowing full well that I do by far the best using Zangief. Like, I win more matches with Zangief than I do any other
The character
character.
fits you.
Yeah.
And I really like using
That
him.
character
But
fits you
even
well.
saying that, I can recognize that, if I start running into the opposite of Joe Ho-Hum, that I probably wouldn't be running
Dunzo.
very well. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Not taking anything away from Joe Ho-Hum. You guys got like.
But yeah, but look.
There was a Cammy, third place.
Oh yeah.
That character's real good, I think.
I think
gosh,
so too. I think so too.
She's good, huh?
I really do think so.
And I think
he's so good.
He's starting to figure it out, I
Yeah,
think.
for
He's,
sure.
He's
for
getting
sure.
real
I mean,
close.
he did really well at another tournament too that we'll talk about later.
Right.
Look at
James looks so.
You don't even have to respond, James.
No,
How
don't.
about the Kens? There are a couple of Kens high there.
Me and him, I don't want to look at him because he might hurt me.
Yeah.
We had this long conversation about how good I thought Cammy was.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
And I was like, she is so good. And James is like, she's terrible.
Yeah.
Blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where do you have her? And he's like, maybe 5th. And I'm like, you've been saying how bad she is for like an hour and a half, and you have her as like the 5th best.
No, I
character
said
in the
6th
game.
or 7th. I said 6th.
Oh, now
or
it's
7th.
even lower now. Okay.
I said
Just
6th
making
or
sure.
7th. I did not
I mean,
put her.
that could be, but I think that she's really good.
I think she's
is,
really
too.
good.
I think I would put her in like the same spot, but
Yeah,
say
me
that
too.
she's really good.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, she's really good, but we have her in the same spot, and he's
Yeah.
like, shit, what?
I hear you.
No, because the thing is, I hear from so many people that are saying Cammy's like top 3. Like,
Oh, I
she's
don't
one
think
of the
that.
best.
No,
She's
no,
like,
no,
oh,
no,
she's
no,
so
no.
good. And that's what I don't get.
No.
She is
she's
so good
definitely
though.
See, like I
She
actually
is.
feel like a character like Karen does everything Cammy wants, but better.
Oh no.
Definitely
I don't-
not.
I don't agree with that.
no,
I
no,
don't
no.
agree with that.
She has
Although, Justin thinks that
Yeah,
Karen
yeah,
is top 3.
I mean, maybe.
I think for Justin, she's top 3 because of what she controls.
Dude, Justin
Justin's
doesn't
super
need
good.
to
Yeah.
jump.
Right.
Like, he
Yeah.
legit could be like,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to walk forward, and I know what you're going to do, so I'm just going to hit medium kick, and here we go.
Yeah.
And, like, and that's what
Yeah.
starts
Dude.
the
Right.
snowball. you know?
Justin shimmies from so far away.
Dude.
It boggles my mind. He shimmies from like half screen.
Yeah.
He has his shimmies are the most painful.
They're pretty well
ones.
practiced. You know,
Like
he's
when-
been doing that for a long time.
Well, yeah.
When they
Since
connect,
third
they
strike,
hurt the
yeah.
he's
most.
been doing that.
Yeah.
I saw him. So he hit
15
JC
years.
Ace with the triple shimmy, and I was like,
He did
that
wake
was
up
messed
shimmy.
Up.
He used shimmy as his
That's-
own thing.
Right. So he hit JC Ace with a triple shimmy, but this weekend he did the quattro. Like it was 4 in and outs, and then they finally gave in and he
Yeah,
got him, and I
that's
was
what
like,
I mean. His patience is ridiculous. He will dance in front of you like
in and out, in and out. It's like, what are you
That's the
supposed
best.
to do?
and not hit a button.
Like, that's the
Yeah.
thing that makes me lose my
He's
mind.
very impressive for sure.
Yeah.
And it's like from mad far. He's like outside of his low forward range.
Yeah.
I'm like, how? How
Well,
does this happen?
anything else about Red Bull?
I mean, look, a lot of people. I mean, this is probably a topic we'll probably get into after we go through all the results. But Ken and Nikali seem to be becoming very frequent in
They do.
in these top
They do
eights.
indeed.
Because Big Bird, Momochi with Ken, Gamer B with Nikali, all of them up there as well.
So, once again, I've been talking to all these players, and I think it's kind of like a general thing, where the more, and one of the people I had this conversation with more exclusively was Nerd Josh. Nerd Josh is a tech monster. And
Yeah, yeah.
And we were talking, and he says, people don't realize, they realize it, but they don't understand that the more Kens there are, the quicker that blow up is going to be. Like,
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
it's one of those things that we're going to have so much to pull from, to punish and learn from, that even if Ken is super good, it's still going to be like kind of scrub hammer level, but on the same note, like, we'll get to see who's really good. with
Right,
Ken.
because
I
he's
agree
going to
with
be the character that everyone's going to learn how to beat.
There's too many.
Because
right
there's so many of them,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Well, if you want to talk about Ken's, we should probably talk about the Texas Showdown.
Yeah, we should
Oh, yeah,
switch
yeah,
to
yeah.
Texas.
Let's go to
Because
Texas.
that's where we were. While you guys were off in Narnia, we were back in the homeland in Texas
Oh, man.
for
All
Texas
right.
Showdown.
There's a lot of games that took place there, but let's just do Street Fighter
Right,
5 first.
Yeah.
Let's just do top 8 here. So
Okay.
top 8, in 7th place was Rylander with Dhalsim.
Right.
You know where Rylander's from?
I think he's a
Texas.
local.
He's just a local
Yeah.
Texas player. Okay. PXG Ice with M Bison in 7th place.
Yo, we were watching a lot of PXG Ice. He's
Yeah.
really ridiculous.
is
Shout
really
outs
good.
to Ice and PXG, because
Ice is really good.
Oh, man.
So those characters were Dalsum and Bison, and those are the only non-other characters in the top 8.
Oh,
Okay.
oh my God, you're right.
If you
Okay.
look, you'll see
so
what I mean.
5th place is Cien with Nikali and Alucard with Nikali and a little
He
birdie.
played it birdie against Wolfchrome.
Okay. 4th place was BOTB Vagabond with Nikali.
Yep.
3rd place was Panda TV's Jawa, Dark Jawa, with Ken.
Ken.
2nd place was PR Balrog with Nikali and a little Vega.
He played Vega one game.
Yeah. And then 1st place, using the lifeline, Julio the Ken.
and I was there for
Yeah,
that. It was
so-
hilarious.
so
Yeah,
just in
it was
case,
so good.
just in case you guys didn't realize, that was Bison and Dalsum, and then every other person played Nikali or Ken.
Yeah.
3 Nikalis, 2 Kens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was like We watched like 3 to 4 mirrors in a row.
Yeah.
But all the matches were ridiculous.
They were real.
Like
Okay,
I never
good.
thought that I would be able to sit through those matches and still sit. No, I'm one of those people. I'm like, I need that aesthetic. I'll be like, yo, you got to give me something new. But they played it was such a unique like taste of each character, what they were going for. Like it gives you a different level of perception for the characters.
I've said that about this game is that because the game is so much less set play and so much more about reads and everything like that, you can really express your personality through the character much better. Much better.
This is true.
And it really makes it so it's that much more important to find the right character for you. Right? And so, I mean, just because I'm fully admitting it's the only reason why I can't use Cammy is because she's just not made for me at all.
Not your
It
character.
happens.
Agreed.
Right? And
I mean, that'll happen. Like, you'll see a character and you'll be like, this is like the coolest looking character ever. And then it's like the exact opposite.
well, I mean, like, there was nothing cool about her, the way she looked in this game. I just wanted to play her because everyone said she's good and she's my bae, right?
Right.
So
Oh,
I had to
man.
play her.
You know, she's my bae, right?
Not very cool looking.
It didn't,
Not
it
very
didn't,
cool looking
didn't
bae.
work out very well. So
Kazunoko makes her look cool looking.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I still think K-Brad has the best Cammy.
Really?
I
think
think
it's good.
Kazunoko is a better player, but I think K-Brad has a better
Oh
Cammy.
yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Like he
So,
feel he's so in tune with that character,
Yeah,
like button wise.
he's playing Cammy. You know what I mean? Kazunoko is being a really good player using Cammy.
I
I think his
searching.
Cammy's there now, though.
It's getting there.
It's
It's
getting
very
there.
good.
It's right
but
there.
I
It's
feel
right
like Cammy is still young. Like I feel
No,
I feel like-
disagree.
I don't feel like she's young, man.
I don't.
Really?
I disagree
Yeah.
with that. She cannot be used crazy at all. Like the more crazy.
No, I think that's the trade off. I feel like she's young in the aspect that like she still occupies that space. The space that she occupies is almost the exact same as Young, in my personal opinion.
I personally feel that she's Third Strike Ken.
Really,
Yeah.
I can kind of see that.
I can see that.
I think she's Street Fighter 5 Cammy.
Yo,
Okay.
you are the deepest
That's
one.
some
here.
meta, man.
Yeah, I thought I'd
Yeah.
bring it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way,
Okay.
Deep, bro.
I'm gonna start picking her up. She's my new character.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because David's tired of listening to me whine about.
You're gonna
Cammy.
play
That's-
Geef
that-
and he's gonna
well,
play
I mean, he
Cammy?
plays Geef anyway, but yeah,
Right,
I just want to see how it goes. You know, I
Yeah,
think she's
yeah.
really good, but I want to like learn it myself.
Right.
Right.
That's
Okay.
what I'm doing with Nikali, actually. I just started playing him because I was like, this character's doing so well and I think he's so good, I should
Yeah.
try it to
Yeah.
make sure.
So, but I do want to ask, how was PXG's Isis Bison? Because I know a lot of people are saying Bison's no good these days.
It was really good, I thought.
So
He
I
did
actually
really well.
even watched him play in one of the in the PXG suite, and he was playing money matches. Now I'm looking at this guy play, and I'm just like, it's not that they weren't checking him. It was just the fact that some of the spacing that he used while he plays is ridiculous. Like you're like, hey, I'm gonna check his scissors kick this time with jab, but apparently he stepped back far enough to where he just hits you right on the end, and then he pulses, and you're like, oh crap. So then you stop checking him, and he's like, yo, thanks. Throw, and I'm like, oh man, and he wants you to hit buttons in that range, and he does it so well. And you see him jumping around, you're like, man, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Oh god, man, you know, like that's kind of how it plays out.
Sweet.
But yeah, Ice is really
Okay,
good.
I'm super
Yeah.
excited.
And I see a lot of talk about Bison and he's bad at approaching, but I think he just has so many options, and you just have to mix them up between dash and Devil's Reverse and Scissor Kick and Down Forward Fierce. Like, covering all those options at once is really hard, I think.
It's still weird
It seems
because
pretty good to me still.
when I play online, it's the crazy Bison players that I have a harder time beating
Yep.
than the smarter Bison
You know, it's
players.
internet play.
Right,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's just because Bison has like 7 ways of approach that it makes it hard for me to predict. And when they're just like randomly tossing the dice at scissor kick or head stomp or whatever, I feel like that makes it harder. So.
Yeah, I mean, well, playing reactively is hard online.
It's
for
really
sure.
hard.
So
That's
that's
true.
why I think
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
playing a reactive style is hard
It's
online.
hard, it's hard in that game in general.
Yeah, Street Fighter 5 is hard to
It's
play.
got input lag.
I really
right?
think
A
that's
lot
a big part of
people
it.
have
And it has
chronicled
the
that.
most input lag of any Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's brutal,
It's been
man.
chronicled. A lot of people, Forwood's already done tests with that. They said like it's like 8 frames of input lag, which is why things like Nash dash up throw is so hard to stop.
All dash up though.
EX Dolphin
all of them.
dive with Birdie, like you see it and you like try to get away. And,
Yeah, you have 7-8 frames to react to most dashes. That's it.
and I think it was Tool Assisted who pointed out that Nash's dash when he starts, Nash actually stays in place for
Yep.
the first 4 frames and then he starts moving.
Yep.
So 4 of those frames, it doesn't look like he's going anywhere yet.
And so reacting is that much
Yeah.
harder.
It kind of reminds me of playing Injustice, where you just have to like do a move and buffer it, hoping they dash. Like, you
Yeah.
just are
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
to
yeah.
intercept dashes.
Exactly.
But you see now, people, they're reacting to dashes even with just any button.
Yeah.
Like, especially, and I think I can attribute this to Ken. like people were looking at Ken and they're like, oh, he's moving button, and like I'm
Right.
seeing people actually get not even like full blown taken advantage of, but they get hit while dashing.
All right, well, see how it
Well,
goes.
they have Killer Instinct listed second here.
They sure did, because it was the second most answered game.
Was it? At
Nice.
Texas Showdown?
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's
Sure
great to
was.
hear. Seventh place was Water Horses with Glacius. I remember seeing him at KI World
He was a
Cup.
last chance qualifier and beat Base, the #1 seed first
Yeah,
round.
at the
Wow.
KI World Cup.
And he made
right?
top
Yeah.
8 at World Cup too.
Rico Suave at 8th. Tied for 7th with Fulgore and Omen.
His razor stick died on the first day, so he borrowed Water Horse's razor stick, and then that died during the top.
Oh,
so a
come on.
second razor stick died. It was rough times for the Mr. Suave. It was not good.
Rough times for that company too, man. Jeez.
Yeah, man. It was brutal. He
Alright.
played Fulgore and Omen, and we played some casuals, and that was fun.
Wow, what happened?
You beat him.
Nothing. I don't know.
You
It was
don't know?
good times.
Why are
yeah.
you smiling so hard though?
I don't know.
Are you like leading or something? Anyways,
Fifth place,
back
fifth
to
place
the
was Fireliga with Riptor.
so good.
That's
He's
Fire
got really
like
good.
He was up. He was I was front row.
Right.
He was destroying people.
So he had the unfortunate curse of winners top 8 0-2, but he had a 3-2 set against Base that was
Yeah.
super
I saw that.
close.
That's
It was
cool.
really good.
So this was the top 8 that everyone was said was like super high.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
this
it
was
was
sick.
crazy.
Yeah, it was
I didn't
I
even know
haven't
what
seen
was
it.
going on, and it was crazy.
You will once we all get together
yeah.
and play some
That game's
KI.
good.
So.
Soon.
Fifth place was also Shin Tristan with Thunder and Tusk.
You could just scratch out Tusk.
Yeah, the Tusk was not
Okay.
there, man.
No,
I saw
definitely
that.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, we were watching.
But his
that.
Thunder's good.
His Thunder is good. Yeah, he's got some new fun stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Fourth player was Raven is Raw with Spinal.
I think he's sort of an underdog. Like not a lot of people talk about him, but yeah, he's a really, really good Spinal player. I think
Third place was UA My God with Saberwolf.
consistent as it gets.
Second place, UA Base with Spinal and Cinder.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
And first place, F3 Hollywood Sleep
Hollywood.
with Glacius, Aria, and Arbiter.
So what happened is like the usual counterpick swap between Sleep and Base, where like, against Spinal, Sleep will play Aria, and then to counterpick Aria, Base will play Cinder, and to counterpick Cinder, he played Arbiter or Glacius.
Okay.
So they went back and forth. Most of the grand finals was Arbiter versus Cinder,
Oh, cool. Okay.
which was pretty fun to watch. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that was cool.
they had a 3-2 winners finals, a 3-2 reset, and a 3-2 set after the reset.
Dang.
So it was like super
It was really good tournament,
close.
for
Yeah,
sure.
it was really good.
Okay.
All right.
I need to go watch the I need to go watch the Arbiter archives of that.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Got me
so
there.
Guilty Gear Exert Revelator. I was
Can't
almost
even-
called it Revelations.
Just say some more
Revelation.
Arbiter. You can say
I
that.
know, right?
Yeah.
Seventh place was Secret with Leo and Donovan with Eno. Fifth place was Silent with Bedman. Some dude named AS Tasty Steve with
That
Leo.
guy must have been sucky.
Yeah.
Fifth place.
Only fifth.
Only fifth.
Fourth place, Kiddo Viper with Johnny. Oh, he's using Johnny now.
So the thing is about it. So the thing is, I'm looking at Kid Viper play, and at any point in time can make the switch to say, you know what, I'm done with this. I want to win. I'm gonna play Elfelt. But no, said he was gonna stick, and he was like, look, I want to play Johnny. So no matter what,
Okay.
I'm gonna run Johnny, not Elfelt. And I was like, yo, that's actually pretty sick. Like the fact that he committed to that at a tournament.
And he lost in like winners top 8, and the guy popped off super hard.
Kensu, actually,
Yeah.
the guy that got third.
Kenso, huh?
okay,
Oh,
Popped
okay.
off.
Super
Wow.
hard, and it was like really like I was like, he's playing like a brand new character. But
Yeah.
like I guess
I mean,
there's
that's
something
probably
there.
big. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably some history.
Some inner
for sure.
workings.
For sure.
But Kenso actually got third place with Chip. He always plays all the ninjas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a long time guy. I've been
Yeah.
talking to this guy
He's an
for
old school
years about Guilty Gear and playing
yeah.
Chip, so he's classic.
He was
for
one of the
sure.
old school, like back when Texas Showdown
Yep.
first existed. He
Yeah,
was one
yeah.
of those strong guys from
Yeah, a
Texas.
decade ago, 12 years
Yeah, I
ago.
mean, he won a Guilty Gear tournament where a lot of the big guys went there, and like it was like one of those big like go
Yeah.
Texas things.
Right.
Second place was TDG Oso with Elfelt.
That's the second time. Hold on. Also, I swear to God, this is the last time you beat me in tournament.
Oh
All right, go
my
ahead.
God.
That's on my life. Never again.
Oh my
You will
God.
not beat me in tournament.
Man,
Go ahead.
We never
On
did
your
this
life,
on
man.
UltraChenTV before because we never
There's
played
threats?
anything,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. First place was
Jeez.
TXert, I guess. Texer.
Texter, yeah.
With faulty defense using Sin Kiske.
And
Sin is so cool.
the thing is, so this is my first time at a Texas Showdown, and I liked it.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
fun.
it's a cool tournament.
Especially when it comes to like the Guilty Gear. Like the Guilty Gear side of it was really good because a lot of these guys, like I've known, like Donovan's a NorCal guy, a Secret, he's like a Texas guy. I saw Silent last year at CEO and he's really good. Kid Viper's a mainstay. Like I said, I've known Kensu. I saw Oso at a final round. This is my first time seeing faulty defense playing Sin. And you have to remember, this is Revelator, so it is still a little adjustment going on, but all in all, like really good, solid matches. Really good matches.
Yeah, I really wish I could have watched a lot more of the Guilty Gear stuff.
It was really good.
Especially
Gotta check
I want to see some Kid Viper Johnny because I need to.
You should watch this weekend's Guilty Gear from
Oh, yeah.
Kid Viper was there with Johnny again.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So sick,
Oh, okay.
okay.
This past weekend.
Yeah.
I thought you meant
Dangerous.
this coming weekend because
No.
something's coming up this weekend. Something's coming up this
That's
weekend.
true.
We'll talk about in a little bit.
Okay.
So, but because I mean, look, Johnny. Every time I watch Johnny, like I was watching Karinchu Johnny, I don't even know what he's doing. Like seriously, he touches the character and everything leads into a combo with like 17 coins
He's a
and then they
buttons
just
character
die.
now. I was actually talking.
Seems cool.
I was
So
talking
good.
to
So
a
good.
bunch of players. He's actually like super buttonsy now. Like you're legit always hitting a button
Yeah.
and looking for that hit. So you're like you can't do anything.
His normals go so far,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Sweet.
But yeah.
All right. Okay.
So that was excellent.
Oops, stop plugging in, I guess. Okay, sure. Let's see, what did I skip? Mortal Kombat XL. 7th place was UA Royale with Cutthroat Kano and Cybernetic Kano. Also, VGP Ominous with Heavy Weapons Jax and Wrestler Jax.
Right.
5th place, UA Showtime with Demolition Sonya Blade.
All three versions of
yeah.
Sonya.
Oh, Sonya.
Yeah.
Okay. 5th place was Lord Peanut with War God Kotal Khan.
And he just got third at final round too, so
Yeah, he's really good.
Nice. Okay.
yeah.
4th was Cusco with Covert Ops Sonya Blade.
Yeah, Texas is home of Sonya.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you hadn't figured that out.
I think he did really well last year too in Texas Showdown.
Yeah.
3rd place was VGP Toki with War God Kotal Khan, Demolition, Sonya Blade, Grandmaster Sub-Zero.
Right, another Sonya.
2nd place, VGP Cory the Dragon with Smoke Triborg. And, yeah, fair enough. And,
That horn noise is so bad.
Grandmaster Sub-Zero. 1st place, Scar with, hey, guess who?
Sonya.
Demolition,
Demo Sonya.
Sonya.
Yeah, Texas has tons of Sonya
Yeah.
and Kotal. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. They have a lot of really good players down there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's a good scene.
Yeah, Texas has a big KI scene and a big MK scene. Like, those games are really big there.
For
And
sure.
apparently, Exert too, so.
That's really cool.
Yeah, Peanut's been playing War God Kotal since day one.
Yeah.
Day one of the first version.
Yeah.
He's been doing well the whole time, but especially lately, he's really stepped it up.
Again, look, the last couple of years we came back from Texas Showdown, all we ever did was talk about how Texas used to be one of the centers of fighting games.
That's true.
Back before, 2002, 2003, that era, Texas was like one of the big four hotspots.
It
right?
was, yeah.
always SoCal, NorCal,
So many people playing.
Texas, New York area, and then also the Midwest, like Chicago area. But Texas was a big powerhouse, so it's hearing all these guys stepping up and getting better, and Texas Showdown probably got even bigger than it was last year. I'm sad that we didn't get to go this year because, again, it's one of the ones I support. It's run by Javi, who's super old school in the scene and everything. So
And Javi's really nice. Shout out
Nice
to Javi.
dude.
yeah.
Shout outs to the
Yeah,
entire
Javi's sick.
FGC Texas scene because I had a great time. in
Yeah,
Texas.
it was a blast, dude.
Yeah, it was really good.
Unknowingly, they hired UltraChen anyway, even though you guys
Haha, jokes on you
you
guys.
thought you didn't get UltraChen? Oh, look at that. But yeah, it was such a sick event. I had a ton of fun the whole weekend. Everybody was really friendly.
Yeah.
The food was good. It was a great time.
Yeah, it was
that
good
place
time.
has good food.
Yeah, the food was out of control. It was,
Houston solid.
I missed the
A
barbecue.
lot of good stuff.
it was good times for sure.
I got some ribs from Rudy's. Woo-wee.
Yeah.
Man, like all the food I've had there is good. The ribs, obviously, the barbecue,
Tex-Mex,
but also
The Mexican food is
the
really
Mexican
good.
food's good. Like they have really good Vietnamese food. They have a lot
We
of
went
really
to
good
a
food there.
South African restaurant.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
dude, it was so
Food came out
good.
on a pendulum. It was crazy.
It was on a pendulum, and we were like, gravity was like affecting it, and I was like,
I'll
this
show
is
you
the
a
most
picture later.
beautiful thing
I'll
I've
show you
ever
guys
seen.
a picture.
Okay.
It was really good.
Okay, anyways, Melee, it's going to take us like 17 hours to get through all these events.
Yeah, we should hurry up.
Melee, 7th place, Space Water with Jigglypuff. 7th place, Knock with Captain Falcon. 5th place, SJKF with Falco. 5th place, Pax with Fox. 4th was Stripes with Sheik. 3rd was Cloud with Falco Fox. 2nd, ALP with Fox. And 1st, Mojo with Fox. I think this was the same weekend as Smash Summit, so I think most of the players were gone.
Yo, but Stripes, Sheik is poofed.
Okay.
Out of control.
Yeah.
And then there was Ultra Street Fighter 4. 7th place with Brent is Cool with Rolento and Rufus. Jewel Man with E Honda. 5th place was El Cubano Loco with Vega and Young. And 5th place was also PR Balrog, Evil Ryu, Yun, and Elena. 4th, Cast Blanca with Blanca. 3rd place, Wolf Crone with C Viper. 2nd place, B Saida with Evil Ryu and Ken. 1st place, New York Chris G with Sakura and Evil Ryu.
Right.
There you go.
Cool.
That was Texas Showdown. Any last thoughts on Texas Showdown that you want to talk about?
The layout of the tournament, right? So even though there were 2 different streams, the main stage had the 2 main streams playing side by side.
Oh,
so the
that's
stage
cool.
had Level Up here and PXG was on this side, and all the matches were played there. So you didn't have to turn this way to look at a match. It was legit.
That's cool.
Both of them were here.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I
was
told
really
him
sick.
it was one of the most like comprehensive designs I
That makes
had
a lot of
seen
sense.
for a while. So.
Yeah, in person it was really good.
Okay.
It was really
cool,
good, yeah.
Cool. Also that weekend was another exhibition event, which was at PAX East, which was a Twitch-produced event. I think Mike Ross kind of just put the thing together and invited 8 players to go out there and compete in a round-robin format. Those players were, and I'll just list them in order of the places that they finished, and because it was round-robin, there's no ties, so this is just straight up 8 through 1. 8th place was TA Moons with M. Bison and Rashid. 7th place was L.I. Joe with Nash. 6th place, what?
Nothing.
6th place was Flash Metroid with Vega and Armika. 5th place, T.S. Arturo Sanchez with Dulcim. 4th place, Marn with Armika. 3rd place, K-Brad, EG's K-Brad with Cammy. 2nd place, EG, Ricky Ortiz with Chun-Li. And 1st place, Liquid Knuckle Dew with Nash and Armika.
I didn't really get to watch too much of this, but part of what I did watch was Knuckle Dew
Mika.
going down 2-1 to Marn's Mika,
Oh,
and then he
so
counterpicked Mika with Mika,
It was so good.
and he won.
That was the most
He played so well.
Knuckle Dew thing to ever happen. Like, shout outs to Knuckle Dew.
Yeah.
I mean, Marn, you're good. But the fact that he can't take off those glasses and put them back on makes him such a threat. Because then he's going to be like, oh, I can't blow you up, I'm going to pick your character.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to blow you up.
Dude,
And I'm
he-
like,
he,
oh.
he picked Mika, and it was pretty convincing.
It was super convincing.
Yeah, it was like...
Yeah, Marty
oh.
even posted on Twitter afterward that he didn't really know what to do.
Man, that character's broken.
He's like, no wonder I'm winning.
It was so sick.
But I wasn't able to catch all of it, and I
Yeah.
haven't been able, because we've been traveling a lot, to catch
Same.
up on the actual archives of it. But the matches that I did see, they, like I said, they were really touch and go. I really like the round robin format in exhibitions like this, because I got to see all of that play out.
for sure.
So yeah, definitely
Cool idea.
something to definitely go back and double check.
I mean, I feel bad because L.I. Joe and Moons, the 2 L.I. representatives, getting 7th and 8th place. But you know what? I've been seeing that L.I. Joe was getting 2nd place and 1st place at a lot of recent tournaments.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And Moons made some, believe it or not, even though he got 8th, Moons was doing some crazy stuff in his matches. Like, he was like, like I said, it's definitely something to check out.
All right,
cool.
I always want to watch all these events. I can never.
Same.
Anyways,
Same.
also happening that weekend was a Capcom ranking event in Italy.
Italy,
yeah.
And because a lot of the European players went to Red Bull Kumite,
Wow.
a lot of players were like,
3 points.
So they ran over there and took some points.
That's right.
And so 7th place was Ryan Hart with Ken, using, Prodigal Son, I should say, using Ken. 7th place was Mr. Crimson with Laura. 5th place tied was BX3TP Link. Well, that's the team. His name is Dupsko with Birdie. And then 5th place was also Perilous Affy with Laura. 4th place was Perilous Pax with Karen. 3rd place, PXP Problem X with M. Bison. 2nd place, Melty's Kongster with Cammy. Oh, I need to check that out. I need to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
I need to check that out. And first place, also BX3 TP Links, Phenom,
Sick.
with Nikali and M. Bison snuck in there, got I think 124 points.
Woo! Man,
It's big.
I'm kind of upset now. I'm gonna go back and watch this. I'm gonna have to go back and watch
Yeah,
this.
second place Cammy here, third place Red Bull
Pretty
Kumite.
good,
What a
pretty
good character,
good.
yeah.
Did pretty well last weekend as well.
Yeah. She's,
6th or 7th place, man.
Okay.
I didn't say she's bad. I didn't say she's bad.
I like how
I
he's
didn't
putting
say
his
it.
case.
We didn't say anything, did we?
No.
Look, when I use her, she feels awful because it doesn't fit me, and that's why I keep playing her, because I want to see if I can figure out how to make her good.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
And to be fair, when I came home after all the travels, and yesterday was supposed to be my lag catch-up day, dude, after all that Street Fighter, I went online and played Street Fighter for like the first time in a long time.
I hear you.
And I played Cammy, and I actually did a lot better.
Ooh.
I actually did a lot better. I'm starting to understand
Okay,
the term
okay.
of
Good
form.
dude.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
All right.
So. All right. So, do you want to take a break before we get to the next weekend?
Yeah, we got a
events?
lot of results.
Actually,
to go
no.
through.
Smash Summit was that weekend as well.
All right, just finish the weekend and then we'll.
Yeah.
Get
So
to the
Smash
next one.
Summit invited players were Armada, Hungry Box, Mango, Axe, Plup, SFAT, Shroom, the Mewtwo King, Silent Wolf, West Balls, and the voted players were Esam, Pew Pew U, Ice. No, Pew Pew U. No, he was there. Okay, Ice, S2J, Duck. Duck was the one who replaced one of the guys who couldn't make it anymore, and Wobbles. And so that one came out with, tied for 13th was Esam, Pew Pew U, Wobbles, and Silent Fox, with Samus, Marth, the Ice Climbers, and Fox. Tied for 9th was West Balls with Falco and Fox with the Spaceys, and Ice with Fox, Miom S2J with Captain Falcon, and Duck with Samus. Tied for 7th was SFAT with Fox, Tempo Axe with Pikachu.
Yeah.
5th
Pikachu's
place.
so good.
So cool.
He's so sick.
I'm like, yo, Axe is my dude.
Yeah, it's so cool to watch.
That's how I feel about Amsa's Yoshi. Like,
Really?
That's how I get. I get.
Yo,
I get
like-
Who doesn't like
I get
that?
The
hyped
thing
for it,
about
yeah.
Melee is like I like so many of the top players in Melee. Like it's just like
Yeah.
I like watching them play.
Yeah,
Like I love Hungry
It's
Box,
a personality.
but I
Yeah, they have
also
really
love
good-
Vago, and then I love Armada. Like it's
They have really good personalities.
So 5th place was Winter Fox Shroomed with Sheik, and PG Plup with Sheik and Samus. 4th place Mango with Fox. 3rd
Dang.
place Mewtwo King with
Dang.
Sheik, Fox, and Marth. 2nd place Liquid Hungry Box with Jigglypuff.
my man.
1st place Armada with Peach and Fox.
Yep, like
Sick.
always, Tokido got second in infiltration. It's like the same thing.
Yeah.
Every event for those guys, man. Second
but, I
place
mean,
hero.
Someone actually pointed
Hungry
out
Bucks
like
have been winning a lot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been doing
the
well.
only person I think he's lost to is Armada.
Yeah,
Yeah,
recently.
pretty much.
But it's interesting. Someone in the chat pointed out that I guess if you don't count the secondary characters, like the top 8 was Peach, Jigglypuff, like Marth, Fox, Sheik, Samus, Fox, and Pikachu. So Fox was like the only repeated character in there. Yeah, so
That's good.
that's actually
Fox
pretty
was-
good.
Yeah,
Cool.
especially for Melee, which is another
For
one
sure.
of those top-heavy dominated games. So,
Okay.
but yeah, again, Hungry Box doing super well. He's on a roll, and I even talked to like D1 in Kuwait and stuff like that, and he said that even though he's one of the gods, like Hungry Box has never played at this level before. Like something has just switched on.
I'm pretty sure he put out like a tweet or something, and he was just like, "Yo, I'm like on fire right now."
Yeah.
And like if you can feel yourself, be like,
It's gotta be a good feeling.
Yeah,
nice.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
"God damn, I'm nice."
And the funny thing is, all us FGC people love him, and
Yeah.
like the Smash players hate his guts.
Oh,
They
yeah,
cannot
yeah.
stand his playstyle.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Because Smash has the reputation of being a
Footsies.
very fast and frenetic game, and they're like, he slows the game down.
I still
so
feel
much,
like he's
but-
fast and frenetic, by the
Yeah.
way. I feel like he's not sitting on his ass. I feel
Oh,
like he's
right.
constantly moving
It's
around.
so much harder for him to deal with. Anyways, whatever. I'm not gonna get into
He's
it.
trying to play footsies over there, and they're
Right.
just like,
Yeah, Fox is just like, okay, I'm in now, because I wanted to be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now I'm not, because that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
This is the way I
That
play.
character's so boring to me.
Dude,
I understand
even-
if you get hit, you die, fine. But
Yeah, I
man,
was-
So wait, you're gonna say that Fox isn't cool though?
No, he
Not
hates
cool.
Fox.
Not
He what?
boop,
Oh
Dang.
man,
I like the space animals. but-
dislike.
I like all the space animals.
I just don't like characters that have all the options.
Yeah,
so
that's the
boring to
problem
me.
right there, is that Fox
okay.
just basically
It's
gets...
so boring.
I'm just mean
Even if they have like
aesthetically.
obvious weaknesses.
Aesthetically,
you know?
I mean, yeah, I know he has weakness. He
Yeah.
gets,
Okay.
he dies, but
all right.
it's like with Seth. Like, was he perfect? No, but it's so boring. 'cause he
Yeah.
never
Okay.
really
That
is.
makes
Well,
sense.
do you guys want to take a break, and then we head to the next weekend.
Then we had the preview this past
Yeah,
weekend.
this
Let's
past
do it.
weekend.
Let's
Yeah.
take a break
Okay,
after
okay.
an hour plus. And
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's been an hour? Oh my
yeah,
god.
man, it's been
Yeah,
an hour
yeah.
15. All right, we'll be back shortly.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. Did you want to talk about the thing with the ads?
Oh, so basically the way that they have it set up now is that if you have subscribed to the channel, you will not get ads. So in other words, if you subscribe to our channel, you won't get any ads. So while we're on break, we're just gonna leave the mic on and just like completely just like talk about whatever.
I mean, that's basically what we do anyway. but-
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
don't fret. We'll be back with more results from tournaments this past
Official
this
talk,
weekend
yeah,
too.
Right.
But in the meantime, in the downtime, you get small rants, banter,
Yeah, exactly. We
David
talk about-
fart noises.
Talking about Civil War.
Yeah,
oh
I was about
my
to say,
God.
yeah, exactly. So,
All right.
okay, we'll be right back, guys. So I'm gonna mute it and then come right back.
Let's
So,
go. Look at that focus.
Dude, you're so happy about your picture.
Dude, that photo is godlike. Shout out to Chris
I
Bond.
mean, those are pretty generous photos for all of us.
I have a better picture, but that one's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's in the form though. You see that?
Yeah, I'm in
Ultra
motion.
David is calling something nice
Yeah,
right
do I have
there.
a beard? I can't really see.
Yeah,
that.
you
you
have the
do.
beard on
You
there.
have a
You
beard.
have the beard
Alright,
on there.
alright,
So,
alright.
yeah, there you go.
I know. Me and Steve are making eye contact, and you two are not on the same.
Well,
page.
I
don't know.
I purposely made everyone look
Yeah, I was
towards
about
the
to say,
center.
center.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
that
I
was
get it.
intentional. That was
Wow.
intentional. Okay.
I didn't know that he thought this through.
That's pretty great.
Dude, I
Welcome
am
back
an
to the
art,
show.
I am an artist.
This
I
is the
design
Tuesday show.
things. That is how I do things.
Then I'm James Chen, and we're the Steves.
How's everybody going?
And so we talked a little bit about some of the games, some of the tournaments that have happened recently, but let's talk about this most recent weekend now.
That's
Okay.
right. And probably the biggest event this weekend was Northwest Majors. Wouldn't you say?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay, so Northwest Majors. Let's go into the results there after I
Pull that
get
up,
my
yeah.
windows all properly.
That's where we were. We were at Northwest Majors.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Holding it down. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
A lot of
it
fun.
was like a lot going on there too.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was my first one, and it was my first time in Seattle. It was kind of ridiculous.
But you did a lot for KI, Steve.
You know,
Oh yeah, I meant to ask you what that was about.
Oh
Is
yeah.
that,
did
is
a
that
lot
something
for
that
KI.
can be shared publicly?
I don't want to know. I don't think I'll go to the full extent.
Okay.
Because if I did, I'd probably murder someone out of anger.
All right.
But I'll tell you that for KI, I
As
had
long as you focus that in that direction.
right.
Like, I'm okay.
I had
I'd
a
like to see you try. Anyway.
10 minutes before commentary started. I was basically asked to run the stream with a broken capture card, headsets that had no audio, game audio or audio of each other. The stream didn't have game audio or working capture card, and the streamer just left.
Have you ever streamed like an event before?
No, never.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
So that happened, and so you can't hear each other through the mic. So me and the co-commentator are trying to commentate, and like, yeah. So
sucks.
he just leaves. So I'm doing solo commentary,
He just
and
leaves.
yeah, and running the stream at the same time. And there was some other stuff that happened after that made me incredibly furious.
God, you know what the funny thing is? Like, he's all complaining about this. How many times has Spooky had to do that?
Right.
Like, over and over and over
Exactly.
and over again, so...
But he wasn't doing someone else's job.
Yeah.
He was
Okay,
doing
fair enough.
He was doing
Fair
the
enough.
job he was paid to do.
Okay.
And
okay.
I was doing more. But I made some great tweets about it.
Yeah.
I got some good, like the tweets that
Consolation prize.
I said
guess.
something about how I was like, yeah, I'm running the stream and also fighting the Huns off the Great Wall of China and climbing Mount Everest at the same time. Next up, I'll be juggling flaming swords and playing Street Fighter. Like, come check out the stream. But yeah, I won't. Yeah, I did solo commentary for like.
But see, the thing
hour and a
about
half.
it is, you should have just
Dang.
been manning the stream and commentated the game based on audio.
Oh, that
You
would
didn't have to watch, right?
That
I
would
mean,
be
come
And they
insane.
put
on.
a camera on him, and
But-
he has like 2 extra arms, and he's manning it, but he's still. That'd be godlike.
I was
dude.
super kind of being a jerk, and like I would like miss the camera switch or something, and I'd be like, "Oh, I missed the camera switch. It's a good thing I'm not a streamer, and this isn't my job to do." And then I'd camera switch, and then I'd be like, "Oh, I don't have the brackets anywhere. It's a good thing I have them on my phone. Having them on this computer would make too much sense." Yeah, so I did like an hour and a half of solo commentary there, and then when they got everything fixed, I did another 2 hours of solo commentary because the headset still didn't work. So I did 3.5 hours straight of solo commentary for 2
Solo
hours.
commentary is interesting.
It ain't easy, man.
It's interesting.
If you were wondering what it's like, imagine talking to a room full of people for 3.5 hours straight by yourself.
Yeah.
That's basically what you got.
I'm sorry.
It was fun times. It was a good event.
I was there mostly. Well, I was there for Tekken commentary. Me and Rip, we did the team tournament. We did like I think the last.
The Tekken tag team. Tekken...
No. We did a Street Fighter 5 team tournament.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, let's I guess let's get into these results. I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Top 8, Street Fighter 5. Whoa, Panda TV, Dark Jewel. I heard he lives in like NorCal now or
No,
something.
it's like a temporary thing.
Yeah. But he's
So
in NorCal.
He was in NorCal for Texas Showdown and Northwest Majors, and I think he's gonna head
Okay,
back.
okay.
I think that's what it was.
So he got 7th place with Ken, and 7th place was also Rom with Vega, who
Yeah.
also did really well at NCR.
He beat Snake Eyes again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
again?
This time
okay.
Alex versus Vega, not Geef.
5th place was Alex Myers with Cammy, and Chris Tartarian with Ken.
This guy's full.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm just saying, man. Gotta live
We
up to
gotta
that
come
name.
up with a nickname for this character, right? That's not Yogi Bear. I mean, that just doesn't really work that well. So,
I said that Chris Tatarian sounds like a deep voice Yogi the Bear when he complains about Geef.
Wow. I guess I'd have to listen to it again.
Oh, yeah, well.
I mean, is it better to be like Chris the Tatarian or
I say Chris
from
House
House?
Tartar-
Yeah,
I say Chris House
House
Tartarian.
Tatarian is definitely the best,
Yeah,
especially
House-
since he likes Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he like
okay.
tweeted about it. He's like, Game of Thrones is on. Hashtag House Tartarian.
Oh, I don't get
It's
it.
like Game of Thrones.
So it's like
So what's the house really called? In
Targaryen.
Yeah.
Targaryen. Okay.
So it's pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Chris House Tartarian.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Except
It's
that
really good.
It,
good.
butchers,
Really
it
good.
butchers his last name, but it still works. So.
No, I like it a lot. I think
I don't like it.
It's real good.
I don't like it.
That's why
I
it's
don't like it.
3 votes to 1.
Oh man,
I knew I brought these guys for a reason.
I can get outvoted nowadays.
I don't like it.
It's possible.
I
4th
don't like
place
it.
was no longer PHLPN. We'll get into that later on. Using Birdie and Alex, and I heard he was the Ken killer that weekend.
He beat Chris Tatarian. I think that's
Okay.
the only Kenny beat.
Okay.
I actually
Oh,
called
and maybe
him
Jawa too. Yeah, he beat Jawa
Oh, okay.
also.
Okay. 3rd place, PG's F Champ with Dulcim.
Who lost to Chris T. Ken and Julio's Ken.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm
Yeah.
sure he loves that character right now.
Yeah, I mean, remember like week 1, I talked with Chris.
And
I was
Chris
like-
was like, he can't beat Dulcim
Yeah,
at all.
I was like, look, Ken beats Dawson, and Chris was like, I don't see it.
He
There's no-
3-0'd.
He was so mad.
Yeah. But he 3-0'd F Champ in the first.
It was that night. It was that
Yeah.
same
No,
night.
because he lost the exhibition ahead of time, beforehand. He's like, there's no way you can win this fight. But I'm good. This is the same Chris that when Street Fighter 5 came, I was like, I don't like this game. Ken is so bad. And now he's like, Street Fighter 5 is the best game.
He's like,
Ken is so good.
Ken wins. Oh no, he still does not think Ken is
Oh,
that good.
really?
Yeah, he doesn't.
He's like, Ken wins no matches and
fighting
all
it.
this kind of stuff. Yeah,
He's fighting it for sure.
He's
Fighting
always
it.
been a complainer.
You
He'll
have to.
always be a
You have to.
complainer.
That's the
You know
smart
what?
way.
You know what? You know
Gotta be
what?
yourself, you know?
I appreciate that.
But Chris-
I feel him on that
Of
one.
course you do.
I feel him
Jane.
on
Chris
that.
is a really good player and he's really
Sure.
smart. So
For sure.
I mean, someone asked me at one point in time who I thought was the best U.S. player right now. And it was actually hard for me to definitively pick somebody because I couldn't really pick between Justin and Chris right now.
Could be Julio.
Could be Julio as well.
Julio's very-
Julio's leaps.
Second place, Julio.
Second place.
Second
Echo
place.
Fox Julio
Echo
with.
Fox.
Yo, that is, wait,
Let me
let's
tell you
talk
what
about
happened.
how
No,
sick
we'll get to that.
is.
We'll get to
Okay,
that.
all right,
We'll
all
get
right.
to that. We'll get to that.
Okay.
So, but first place, of course, was EG's Justin Wong.
Wazzler.
I'm a little biased here. Again, everyone is always like, James is so biased towards Justin or whatever like that. But I don't know. The fighting game world feels right when Justin's winning tournaments again.
Oh damn,
I-
he's the order keeper?
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
what
man.
it is. To me, it
don't know about
feels
that.
good when he's winning.
I feel
again.
like we're ancient college football fans who are happy that Notre Dame is good again because it's like
Yeah.
when I was growing up, oh man, Notre Dame
yeah,
was
exactly.
like,
Notre
yeah,
Dame, Rudy, he
Yeah.
was the best.
60 years
Nobody
ago.
could
Yeah.
stop him.
That's
That
how I
was
kind of feel.
1972.
But no, I know what you mean. I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
Yeah.
Well, at least, because the thing is, like, I don't even care if he wins all the tournaments, but it got to a point in Street Fighter 4 where whenever I saw Justin in a tournament, I would be like, Like he's not.
Really?
He's not wearing it.
I never felt that way. in Street
No,
Fighter
by the
4.
end of Street Fighter 4, he
In
definitely,
Ultra, yeah.
he was not having the best results.
No,
but
yeah.
they weren't terrible, but
They weren't terrible,
Yeah.
but on the same note, like, well, the thing is it's not about him being the best. It's just that he's always a contender.
Yeah.
No matter
Of course.
what happens,
Right.
he's always a contender. So,
Revelator was apparently very exciting at
Oh,
Northwest
man, it
Majors
was
as
crazy.
well.
It was sick, yeah.
7th place was Kido Viper again with Johnny, and 7th place was Elvin Shadow with Faust. Was he the one who killed with the baseball bat? Who was the one who killed?
Oh,
with
really?
I think that happened, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a gif of it, and it was so good.
Like it was
Oh,
the mini
man.
Faust, and
Yeah.
but they spliced the Babe footage into it.
Oh,
yeah, where he,
with
like,
John
points.
Goodman points there, and
Oh,
then
wait, are you talking about where he killed Mirror Match Faust?
No.
That's
No,
from
no,
a while
no.
ago. Okay.
No,
Okay.
it just happened this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's something else.
where he baseball batted the little
Yeah,
Faust
yeah,
to
yeah.
kill the guy.
Yeah, sick.
And the guy's reaction was so funny. He was like, "Oh my god!" Like, he was like, "I got got." That was good.
That's awesome.
5th place was Mr. K with Leo Whitefang, and TX Zerd with faulty defense with Sin, who just won
Texas Showdown got 5th at this tournament.
4th place
Nice.
was Hotashi with Elfelt. Third was Zynak with Faust. 2nd place, GC Yoshi 13 with Bedman.
That was a sick finals.
And
It was
first
a
place,
godlike final.
Zidane with Leo Whitefang.
now the thing about this tournament was a lot of people was not expecting Zidane to be there.
Oh,
yeah?
No, nobody really knew he was coming until they saw him there.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
long to be a favorite for the tournament. Also, the fact that this is the first time that Zidane has actually beat GC Yoshi in tournament.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, he was the one that lost for the trip to Japan, right? That's right.
So there's a lot going on. Like, and you have to remember, we have people from everywhere. So we got Elvin Shadow from Illinois, Kid Viper from Texas, Faulty Defense from Texas, Mr. K, shout outs, he's from St. Louis, fellow Leo player. Hotashi, he is from Florida. Zynak also from Illinois. GC Yoshi, NorCal, and Zidane is East Coast, New York.
The
That's
So-
awesome.
Midwest and East
That's
Coast
awesome.
doesn't travel like
No.
historically for
Exactly, and
Guilty
that's what
Gear.
makes
Yeah.
it so good. And even if you look at the rest of them, the Arm,
Yeah.
also Midwest,
Food,
Grant
Super
Slayer,
Effects. Oh, cool. Nikhil,
um,
Bjorn, Son of Bear, the beautiful dude, Taya, Grant, and the
and
Arm.
look at that character variety.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
really good.
it's really sick. So look at that. We got Food playing Potemkin in top 9. Then we had Paul Super Effects running around,
Shout out
and he
to Paul,
played
that's
really well.
Yeah.
And like Nakai, he's also from Portland, I believe. I'm
Yeah,
not
he's from the
100% sure.
Northeast. He's
So it's like
Northwest. Sorry.
it's this
Dyslexic.
the Revelator bracket was so sick. It was
Okay,
really
okay.
good. A lot of great matches. If you guys are into gear at all,
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
please check it out. It's
definitely
GC
check it out.
Yoshi though, he's just been dominating a lot.
and
of
he has
tournaments recently.
he has a lot. The thing is, like, since and it is so crazy. We talked about how good this demo was, but the fact that you get somebody like Yoshi and all these other people, they actually stream them trying to find stuff out. And Yoshi streams a lot where he's
Yeah, he
like,
does.
I need to figure this out, I need to figure this out. And you have a relatively secret player like Zidane who doesn't really stream at all, and he's more of like, hey, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna beat your ass, and then we'll talk about it later.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So it's like I said, there's so much good competition right
That's awesome.
there. It's really good.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't even know like a lot of the people were gonna
Yeah,
travel. To
region
them.
wide-
I didn't know that it was gonna be like a big deal there.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even see Zanak all weekend or Chase. He works on KI, and I like didn't talk to him.
He
At all.
even said it. He was like, hey, that guy works.
I'm sitting there in the crowd, and then I'm like, is that Chase? I was like, what is he doing here? I never even got to talk to him at all. I was really sad about it. But he got third in the tournament. I was like, I didn't even know he was here.
And
awesome.
shout out to him. This is like I was talking to him. I think this is one of his first time placing like top 8.
Oh,
really?
really?
So he got third.
So he was ecstatic, and I've known him for a very, very long time. So shout out to Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool, man.
it was really sick.
All right. Well, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 happened at Northwest Majors as well. Seventh
man.
place was Chiba with Deadpool, Dante, and Strider. 7th place also Jeopardy with Zero, Nova, and Iron Man. 5th place was once again Mr. GC Yoshi with Chris Spencer Sentinel.
Right.
And Killer Kai with Zero Taskmaster Virgil and Zero Dante Virgil. 4th place E.G. Justin Wong, Wolverine Storm Akuma. 3rd place, who I heard beat Justin Wong.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Flux, Zero Virgil Dante. 2nd place and 1st place was a rematch of the grand finals of Evolution
Sure was.
2015. Same results. 2nd place, PG's Ray Ray with Magneto, Doctor Doom, Sentinel. 1st place, no longer Black Eye, because he
That's
just
true.
left Black Eye. Kane Blue River with Hulk, Sentinel, Hager.
And that guy is a fraud. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
he
sarcastic.
clearly
Look,
is so bad
I'm
that
telling
he
you one thing.
consistently wins
Look,
tournaments.
He's won all of the recent tournaments.
Yeah.
I said this
Like all of them,
before.
all he's been to.
What a terrible player.
Look, I'm just gonna say that I said it when Champ embarrassed him in that exhibition. He snapped something in Cane Blue River because remember he was like, "I'm barely playing. I don't really care anymore. I don't want to blah blah
The
blah."
option select.
Then he lost that event, and then just something triggered. I swear to God, Champ like snapped something in his brain, and then Nico was like, "No, hell
I
with
gotta
that.
blow you up.
No,
Like,
hell with that."
I'm a nice guy, but I'm gonna have to blow you
Yeah,
up. Like,
and he's won so many events. I
You
mean,
can't deny how good he is. It's like impossible.
No, he's the best. I mean, he's won all the recent tournaments. He had the rematch against Ray Ray.
Yeah,
a lot of
exactly.
people when the Evo thing happened were like, "Oh man, that wouldn't happen again with Ray." Like,
yeah, I was thinking that this
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah,
That- I swear I was thinking that exact
Yeah.
same thing.
Right,
When
yeah.
people actually thought back and they're like, "Oh, well, you have to remember who was playing and who was there,"
Yeah.
and these results show you just how solid they were. Even if playing more or less is a factor,
Yeah.
it wouldn't make a difference
Right.
because what's happening right now is showing that, like, look,
Yeah.
he's put that time. in.
He's
So,
absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, at this
his,
point,
his bracket at Evo, some people said was not that strong.
he beat Justin.
yeah.
He did
He-
beat
I-
Justin.
I was-
Yeah,
it
he
was
did.
super close, and
Uh-huh.
like, if I recall correctly, like Justin dropped something. It could have gone either way.
Right.
But anyway, he did.
He beat Justin Wong.
But it was very close, and he didn't put a lot of other people. That's what people were saying. But then now he's beaten F Champ, and he's beaten
He beat Chris
Ray
G,
Ray,
he
he
beat
beat Chris
Warzone.
G. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
I mean, look,
that's it. It's over.
I don't want to say that KBR is one of the gods now, because I would rather say that I don't think there are gods anymore in this game.
No?
No, I don't think so. I think everybody. I think the level of talent in this game has gotten so high, and that all the gods that are playing have gotten significantly weaker.
They're
because-
not playing anymore.
Yeah, because they've been playing a lot of Street Fighter. I'm not making excuses for them, but I'm just saying that whole concept of having gods in Marvel, I think, is pointless now because I feel like it's become much. I think the playing field is much more level now, which is cool because now all the events are, it's not like, oh, Christie's gonna win again.
Sure.
Christie's gonna win again.
Yeah, except now it's Cane Blue River.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now it's Game
I feel like
Over,
it's
so-
not gods, but they're just like depowered super people.
Yeah, they're demigods or something.
Yeah, they're like demigods. They're like a bunch
They
of
were demoted
Hercules.
a little
Yeah,
bit,
like
yeah.
they're just regular now. They're like, hey, Hercules, what happened? They're like, yeah, I lost my power, so now I'm just a bagger at Schnooks,
They're basically Thor in the beginning of the Thor.
Right.
Yeah,
There it is.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can't. They're not worthy, but they could get there.
Yeah,
You know?
Exactly.
It depends on the event.
Just need a giant robot to show up, and then
Yeah.
they'll be powered up again.
I watched this, by the way. I was watching the replay of this tournament,
Yeah.
and I fell asleep. I think right after Marvel or right after KI, whichever one was like before the other one. So I did see the Marvel top 8. It was really good, dude. There's so
It
much
was
variety
really good,
in there. There's a lot of
yeah.
really close sets in there, like, and then Cane Blue River basically blew it up. Other than that, so yeah.
They said that someone in the stream chat said they're meta-humans, right?
Oh.
So they just need to get re-access to the Terrigen crystal, and then, they can...
Human above human.
Yeah, exactly. Killer Instinct.
Instinct.
7th place was SSG King Easy with Conra,
Yeah.
and Wellmore with Glacius and TJ Combo.
Mhm.
Did you play in this tournament?
I couldn't. I had to DQ myself because I was running the stream and
Hey, calm down, all right? We don't need to hear the story
Okay.
again.
So
By the way, who was running the stream?
I don't know, James.
5th place was Dragon Love. I'm sure it's just Dragon Love.
probably Dragon Glove.
Glove.
Oh!
Dragon Glove. Yeah, that's the one.
Dragon love. I'm about that.
Dragong.
Dragon.
That's what he said. Dragon glove.
Yeah, Dragon Dong Love. We get it. It's cool.
Dragon dong love.
With Aganos and Spinal.
Yeah, you got a cool.
UA, Brandon Alexander, nice, with Tusk in 5th place. 4th place was Bloody Ziff with Cinder. 3rd place, Fire Liga once again with Riptor.
Lost another 3-2 set to base.
Saw that.
And then
okay,
had
okay.
another 3-2 set with base and losers, and I was
Yeah,
like, come on,
yeah,
guy.
That sucks.
2nd place was LCD with Kim Woo. Okay.
Yeah, he beat base in winners finals.
Oh,
So base had to
really?
reset him.
Oh, dang. Okay. And 1st place, UA base with Spinal and Cinder. Still one of the strongest.
Not
in the game.
Spinal, really. Because he played Spinal all the way up to winners finals, where he lost to LCD's Kim
Yeah.
Woo, and then in the grand final set played Cinder the whole time.
Yeah.
So it was Cinder versus Kim Woo finals. It was really good.
What do you think about Kim? I was watching LCD's stream before we left on our giant
Big
vacation.
mistake, but okay.
And he was like complaining the entire time.
Right, I told him.
100% of his language was complaints.
I told him,
Seriously.
I actually said to him, I was like, when you stream, you spend the whole time talking about how terrible your character is, and people are gonna be like, man, this character must be terrible.
Well, I just wondered.
And like, this guy is just such a whiner. And
She
he's
definitely
like,
seemed good to me, but
and,
I don't know.
and you know what he said? He's like, no one's gonna actually think that. And I was like,
no, you actually have to be careful because actually there is a huge responsibility of top players to not do a lot of. I forgot who I was talking to about this just recently. That they were just saying like. I think it was like someone either in the Middle East area or someone was complaining about a character and they were like, you can't do this because you have a big voice,
Right, yeah.
Which is why I'm trying to play Cammy because I don't want to sit there and be like, Cammy sucks all day, when she clearly doesn't. So I'm trying to learn her.
Yeah,
he
said it.
No, I know she doesn't
all right,
suck.
just checking.
But I will say that when I play her because I get salty, which is why I don't commentate when I play. I don't play.
Oh, yeah, you
playing
told
her,
me.
man.
Yeah, just
your
don't
life
play
would
her
be
anymore.
easier.
Yeah,
Your life,
please don't play
easier.
her.
Wait,
But
Gamer LCDs.
is in the
Yes,
stream.
people watch.
I gave him.
I just started playing and watching KI like 2-3 weeks ago. Okay, and so whenever I see somebody who's streaming, who is like a bigger name or whatever, I want to watch because I don't know anything about KI yet. So like I want to watch it, and it was cool to watch. Like it wasn't even all him playing; it was like other people playing. But I watched
the
it.
whole thing was like,
but
Ken Wu is so
dude,
like bottom
here's
3,
what
0
happened.
winning matchups, no tools. That's what he said.
Yeah, it was, and so Paul B I think was playing as Kim and lost to somebody.
Yeah,
I forget who. And then Rico was like, I could do better than that as Kim. And then Rico played, and he did do better.
Oh, classic. That's normal.
But it was
Rico,
like against Glacius, and
Yeah.
Paul was like, this matchup's terrible, and then LCD was like, unwinnable matchup.
Yeah, 10-0.
Terrible, terrible. And then Rico, I mean, he lost, but the set was maybe like 10-5 rather than 10-0 or whatever.
Yeah.
And Rico was like, it's my first time playing.
I do think that Kim maybe probably lose the Glacius, but it's like not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. But yeah, basically like I think that character is good, not great. Like she's clearly to me, she's not one of the strongest characters. But if you have to play ground game against her, it sucks because her ground control is so like I think that's why Base lost to LCD so bad with Spinal because he could not get started in neutral. Like she completely dictated the neutral really badly, and then he went to Cinder, and he had control of the neutral. Is basically what happened. So it was a fun tournament to watch.
It was good. Yeah, it was good to watch.
Melee. Top 4, that's all they have listed. Dark Toph made Martha.
Toph got 4.
He actually told me that it's Toph. He was like,
It is
Toph.
Toph.
Yeah.
It is Toph.
Because the thing is, I thought he was an Avatar fan.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I was like, it must be Toph.
But his real name is Christopher.
Yeah, so it's just Toph.
Right? Yeah.
And I got real sad after that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I like his commentary, so.
Yeah.
I'll let it pass.
Third place was Iceman with Fox and Marth. Second place, 62-bit Bladewise with Peach. And first place, The Secrets, Silent Wolf with Fox.
Yeah, Team Secret.
Mortal Kombat XL. Seventh place, STB Preach with Tarkatan Alien. Seventh place was Star Charger, Assassin Katana. Fifth place was No Terror, I guess, or Not Error. Grandmaster Sub-Zero, and as well as X Meech with Kenjutsu Kenshi, Commando Kano, and Tempest Komulao.
Wow.
Fourth place, Kevin 7 with Hishikuten Predator. Third place, STB R24, Shujinki Dink, Summoner Quan Chi, Warlock Quan Chi, and Pretty Lady Leatherface. Second place, Illusions with Sun God Kotal Khan, War God Kotal Khan, and Warlock Quan Chi. And first place, Yomi MF Slayer.
It was pretty free for him.
Shaolin
It was
Kong
definitely
shit.
pretty free.
He was like, yeah, I'm going to be here, and I'm going to collect, and then that was the whole
And
thing.
then also went to a friend's house, played online to qualify for ESL.
And he made top 8. He made top 8 at ESL.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Yeah.
so he won the pop bonus
Genius.
there, because they had like a 2,500 pop bonus. He won the tournament, then went home and played on someone else's account on ESL and made top 8.
Wow.
He didn't go home, but he went
to somebody else's home.
That's pretty damn good.
And I was like, Slayer, you're the sick.
That's
I
awesome.
legit walked up to him, and he was just like, I saw him outside. We looked at this pretty picture of the lake, and he was just like, I was like, yo, man, congratulations. He was like, I didn't play it. I was like, I know.
Yeah, it was. It was.
No offense to anybody else that was there, but he was destroying people.
Yeah,
And I was like, this guy's a bully. And he's only like 18, and he's blowing people
He
up.
is like by far the best player there. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I ain't gonna say by far. You guys had a lot of potential, but I was watching him
No,
play
it
and he
was-
was going in.
Yeah.
So
Tekken 7.
Hey, was Dink running the tournament?
Yeah, he was doing that too.
Oh wow. Okay.
Tough times, but yeah, good job.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he got like third or something last year?
Yeah, he did the same
right?
kind of thing. Yeah.
So Shujinki Dink, you mean?
Yeah, Shujinki did.
So he was running the tournament and he entered, so
Yeah.
he was actually able to do that.
At the
Yeah,
same time.
two things at once.
Yeah, unlike some
and he
other
didn't
people.
complain and he
Yeah.
still made
Probably
top.
just
I
did
know,
it.
and he made top 3.
Yeah, it's
that
really
would have sucked
impressive.
if you had to enter and then you DQ'd yourself because you had to
Right.
run a stream.
I would
right?
Brass
understand
tacks.
it.
Yeah.
Brass-
yeah.
brass
That sounds
tacks,
really
man.
rough. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Tekken 7, top 8. 7th place, Yellowtail with Katrina and Claudio.
Shout out, quick
Katarina.
quick fix. Yellowtail is actually like a classic Tekken player. He just changed his name to Yellowtail.
Okay.
His name's actually Renzo. But he's
Okay.
been playing for a long time. I was just going to throw
Okay,
that in.
okay,
Continue.
7th place was also Congo Jack, no character listed. I'm guessing Jack?
Oh, no. Congo Jack played, oh man, I can't
Gigas.
remember. Gigas, yes.
Oh,
that's
Sick.
true.
All right, cool. I
Okay,
gotta watch
okay.
this.
5th place was
He lost a rip, is what it was.
5th place was Kenji with Lily, as well as Weapon X with same Claudia,
is that
Katrina,
accurate,
and
David?
Claudio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. 4th place was Geese Master with Fang.
Yeah. He was really good, too.
Yeah, he was.
3rd place, Rip with Law.
Scrub.
2nd place, STT, Jesus. STT Incog with Brian. And 1st place, Jimmy J. Tran, a.k.a. Mr. Naps, a.k.a. Emphy, with Brian.
Yeah.
Tekken 7 was sick.
Yeah, it was really
Oh
good.
my god, it was so good.
Cool.
So the thing is about it was crazy is that Geese Master actually won the Wizard World
The
event.
Portland
in
Wizard World.
Portland.
Okay.
And we have like I said, Seattle Tekken has a really strong scene, so they had a lot of people out in force. Overall, it was just a really good tournament. It's a good, solid tournament because one, Tekken 7 is a more back to basics kind of game. So even if you don't know 100% what's happening, you looking at that, you'll get a great feel for how it works.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it was really good.
And it was really good.
Mr. Naps, if I'm not mistaken, he actually did live in Korea for a while or something.
I'm not
like that?
100%
I thought it was
sure.
Japan.
Oh, he
But
lived
yeah,
in
he was in
Japan.
Japan
Okay,
for a
okay,
while too.
okay.
Yeah.
He has traveled a lot because of Tekken.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Because someone in Kuwait was asking me why he's so good at the game, like how did he do so well at Evo? And I was like, I think he lived in Korea
Yeah,
for a
he
while or
was-
something, but I guess it was Japan. So.
yeah, he
Right.
won an event. They flew him to Japan, and he got to play even more. So
It was like the U.S. qualifier event or something.
yep,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
right.
yeah, it was at round 1, and he won that too. So
That's right.
Well, Tekken Tag 2 also happened. 7th place, Demon 20 Ounce with Jinpachi and Ogre, and Kenji with Lily and Wong. 5th place was Congo Jack again with Raven and Marduk, and ITS Princess Ling with Xiao Yu and Lei.
God, he's so good. Oh my god, dude, that dude is ridiculous.
I can't believe he didn't make top 8 in Tekken 7.
Dude, he did it final round.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 4th was
Oh, yeah, I
Geese
saw
Master
that.
with Fang and Leo. Or Leo. This one's actually Leo,
Leo,
right?
yeah.
Okay. 3rd place, ILHS, Wei Gamble with Unknown and Fang and Leo and Lei. Is there actually a character named Unknown?
Unknown is an original tag boss that they brought back, and she's the boss of Tag 2.
okay.
But the thing is about it, you couldn't play her in arcade. She was only available on the console
Okay,
version.
okay.
So a lot of people, once you play against her, if you've never touched her,
Mm-hmm.
you probably get blown up. But the thing is, that's a learning matchup. And what's even better, I say, if you watch Tekken Tag 2, go and look at every match the way Gamble played, because you see people learning how to fight that character on the fly, and I'm
cool,
like,
that's cool.
I would have got hit by that. I didn't know what was happening. But dude, Tekken Tag 2 was actually pretty crazy
Okay,
as well.
okay.
All right.
Look at the top 2.
Yeah.
And 2 was SDT Incog with Brian and Bob, and again, Jimmy J. Tran, Mr. Naps, aka Emphy,
Same
with
grand
Brian
finals.
and Dragunov. Yep.
So for people who don't know, just small history on this, they have traveled a lot in Tag 2, and it's even better in Tekken 7 because it's a new game and they're still neck and neck. So one would win and the other one would lose, mostly in favor, if I'm not mistaken, in Mr. Naps, Jimmy J. Tran favor. But the matches that they have, some of the stuff that was happening, I was legit commentating, and I'm like, I cannot believe this. But
And then Tekken 7 hit him with the knee combo. That was so crazy. Oh my
small
god.
tangent, right? So Brian's taunt, because almost every character
Yeah.
in Tekken has a taunt. They always make them it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. They
Okay,
make it
okay.
1, 3, 4. So you're doing this. Brian historically has always been able to do a taunt into jet frame upper, which is 4 back 2. he got a back turn combo, right? And it's only active on the first frame of the D where you can hit him.
Okay.
He got his back, Jimmy got Incog's back in Tekken 7 and did taunt, and tried to jet up as a combo, and I legit was like, I was about to. Luckily, I wasn't commentating. I would have ran through that window because I was not able to.
I was in the crowd with him, and I suffered some damage. Like, it was pretty rough. And he's like, "Did you just?" And I'm like, "I don't know what happened. I'm so confused. I saw 3 knees. I don't know what that move is." And he's like, "Let me explain." And I was like, "All right."
No, I'm sure it wasn't even just let me. It was like, let me explain.
I
You know, so, yeah.
got clipped. It was pretty rough.
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, 4th place, low tier Lord, not a god, a Lord, with Ken Amada. 3rd place, Shaka with Ken and Chie. And 2nd place was D Smooth 12 with Sho. And 1st place, Nano with Yukari. And Under Night in Birth, EXE Late. 7th place, Squawk with Eltnum, and 7th place also Huey253, I'm going to assume with Gordo. 5th place GC Yoshi with Byakuya.
That seems like a Yoshi character.
Yeah, and low tier Lord again with Waldstein. 4th place Raul with Batista. 3rd place the Sabrosian with Batista. 2nd place Mike Loafers with Hyde. And 1st place Christian Lim, which is the Canadian player, right?
Yes.
Klim, with Merkaba.
Surprise, surprise, Merkaba. I hate that character.
That character's so sick.
Yeah, he's cool,
Are you
dude.
serious?
You don't like Merkaba?
I hate
Of course I like that character.
He's so cute, though.
Merkaba's sick, man.
He's so cool.
He's cute.
Come on.
I've been talking to Monique.
You don't think he's cool?
Boom! Outvoted 3-1.
How do you not think he's cool?
Yeah, he's really
Maybe
cool.
you don't
The
like
spaghetti
him, but
arms?
like, come on, he's cool.
It's the same thing, man. It's just like
That character is sick.
He's like one of the more unique fighting game characters.
Which one?
Merkaba.
Yeah, he is.
He's like one of the most
Yeah.
unique. Come on.
Not about it.
Who is he even like at all?
It's
12
not-
is like the
I'm,
most.
I'm speaking 100% aesthetically. Like I'm just.
I'm saying he's unique. It's cool.
Melty Blood actress again, current code.
Just Clem.
4th place, TS, Nerd
Nerd
Josh,
Josh.
with H, Chaos. 3rd place is Aki with C, Michael, that's it, that's all I'm saying.
Valmajon?
2nd place is Ada with F, Archetype Earth, and 1st place, Schwuck with C, Kohaku.
Alright.
Nice work.
Smash Brothers for Wii U. 4th place was Conga with
There's
Donkey
so
Kong.
many games.
3rd place was Justice with Ike. I almost called him Ike.
Come on, guys.
Ooh.
2nd place, Magister with Villager. And
Liger.
1st place with Kaka with Kakogen with Sheik.
You really enjoyed making
Boy.
that noise, huh?
I really did.
Sure, there's a lot of games at this event.
Yeah. Blaze Blue, Chrono Phantasma Extend. 7th place, Kairos with Hazama. 7th place, Nano. Did they have enough people to stream all the games here?
Yeah, that was
No,
just
they
act-
clearly
this
It
was
felt
actually
like
on
someone
the
would
main
walk
stage.
out, like someone would walk
Yeah,
out
really.
of streaming it, dude.
Right.
So they had to
Seriously.
do other stuff. 5th place was Like.exe with Relius and Nikhil with new number 13. 4th place, is it
Go
Lich
on.
or Like?
No, go on, go on.
It's Lich.
It is Lich?
Yeah.
Okay. 4th place, Kizzy K. What do you pronounce the name of the boss in Final Fantasy 1? Did you call him Like or Lich?
I called them Lich.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe
that
it's
word is Lich, dude.
Okay. 4th, Kizzy K with Jin. 3rd, Huey253 with Bang. 2nd, D Smooth 12 with Noel. And 1st, Jonah with Valkenheim.
Cheater. Shout out to Jonah.
Skullgirl, 2nd encore. RK Dolphin in 7th place with Misfortune, Squiggly, and Double. 7th place, Kendall Fear with Double, Parasol, and Philia. 5th place, Dango with Painwheel and Big Band, as well as Yaya with Squiggly and Big Band. 4th place, RK Moctopus with Sarabella and Big Band.
Nice.
Big Band seems to be a
Big
popular
body team.
character.
It's a really good assist.
Really good assist.
3rd was Don Hibiki with Fuqua, Sarabella, Parasol, as well as Fuqua and Sarabella. 2nd place, Severine with Parasol, Double, Eliza. And 1st place, Liam with Parasol, R Fortune, and Double, Robo
Parasol
Fortune.
is so cool, man. That character.
Parasol is cool, for sure. All, like, most of the characters in that game are cool.
Every
The noises
character.
when she does the double swing thing is so good. It makes the sickest sound. It's like whoosh, whoosh, and it's like super loud. It's really good.
Shout outs to
Parasols.
Luca Freak.
So they had this game on the main stage, and like,
Oh, good.
and watching it, man,
It was so fun to watch.
it's so fun to watch. So fun. To
They've
watch.
done a lot for that game. See,
Yeah.
the cool thing is, the thing I'm scared about Street Fighter V right now is that the game is coming out and they're adding characters, right? And they're tweaking gameplay stuff. The thing about it is, I don't know if they're going to make little graphical touches and little things like that improvements, right?
I feel like every game's doing that now, and they're the only people not doing
It's
it.
okay. I mean, look, it's only been 2.5 months. They've got plenty of time before
Yeah.
we can make any conclusive,
Yeah.
comments on it. But like, I will say, like when Skullgirls first came out, it was really hard for me to watch. Because it was really hard for me to tell who was an assist, and they blended with the backgrounds a little too much, and they didn't have a lot of visual cues and everything. They've added so much stuff
For sure.
to it. The game is so much easier to watch now.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Good game. Good game.
All right. Yeah, and someone in the chat says that Combo Breaker, wait till Combo Breaker for
Gonna be
Skullgirls.
great.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah,
because that's
yeah.
going to be a big game there. Kuwait Battle Royale. I don't have the results.
Oh, balls.
Yeah, I wasn't able. Like, no one. Let me try seeing.
That's where you guys were.
We
Yes.
were. We went to Kuwait for Kuwait Battle Royale. So we showed up. Get this. Here's our schedule. Okay, so we arrived Monday night. Okay, Kuwait time, which is 10 hours ahead. And so we got dinner, and then we went to sleep at whatever time, and we slept for 16 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay.
16 hours.
'Cause
And we
Red Bull
slept the
Kumite,
entirety of
yeah.
that day. Like literally, the sun was getting up as we went to sleep, because we showed up late, then late night dinner,
Right.
and we got up and it was already dark outside.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
God.
We
missed the
slept
sun
the entire
completely.
day.
Right.
The entire day, and we had plans, to like go out and see stuff. in
That's what happens when
Kuwait.
you travel, though.
We just missed the whole day. So we did though that night go to our host Yusuf's family's house, where his mom made dinner.
Homemade Kuwaiti
Homemade
food.
Kuwaiti food.
So is
was
this the
so
same
good.
guy you stayed with last time?
I'm not staying with him, but
He was
yeah,
the
he's
same
like
guy
the
who
same dude.
invited.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
alright.
yeah, he like put us up in a hotel.
But the homemade Kuwaiti food was.
That was so sick, man. He invited I don't know, probably 20 people.
There was like 20 or 30 people.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
There was a lot.
And,
of
his
people.
dad was there. His dad's hanging out with us. It was awesome.
Yeah,
Just it was really really fun. Really good food.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm jealous. That sounds awesome.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was
It was
really
cool,
It
man.
was really
And then
cool.
Tuesday was Tuesday. We saw them all.
Dude, the
Right.
mall was ridiculous. So we went. So this is a place called the Avenues Mall, and you walk in there, and like we were hanging out with Gutex. Like so it was us and Gutex, and we were just sitting there, like, are we back in the United States?
Oh,
right
yeah?
now?
Yo, you walk into this mall, there's a Sprinkles Cupcakes, okay?
Okay.
You walk a little bit further, there's a Shake Shack.
What?
You walk a
There's
little
a
further,
cheesecake factory
Cheesecake
there.
Factory.
There was a second Shake Shack
two
in
Shake
there.
Shacks.
There was
much.
a Raising Cane's in there.
Oh, what?
Sick. I would have
Yeah.
messed with that.
Oh, I would have lost it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dude,
Raising Cane's?
There's all sorts of restaurants from not only from the West, but places that I didn't even know were outside of Los Angeles. Like I thought Sprinkles was only LA. I thought that was like
Right.
a local thing.
Yeah, I mean the weirdest part was
In
like,
Kuwait.
they had Japanese restaurants there, they had Indian restaurants there.
Oh,
like
nuts.
seriously, like I walked in there and I would say
Shucks.
the ratio of Kuwaiti restaurants to non-Kuwaiti restaurants was like 10-1.
Oh,
Like
jeez.
seriously, like there was very, very few like Kuwaiti restaurants.
Yeah.
Like everything there was like from all over the place.
Like to them, it's like a different thing, It's
Yeah.
like for us, it's like why like we're going someplace and it's like the same food, but
Yeah.
but-
Although shout outs to Mohammed, he took us to the Kuwaiti
Yeah,
place,
which
and
was
then-
very good,
yeah,
which was very good.
which was super good.
but yeah, like to them, it's like relatively exotic, like like all these ultra Western places.
Did
Like,
they
you guys
ask you
are
to
like-
go to Shake Shack? You want to go to Shake Shack?
you know what?
Yeah.
Gutex Italia went to Shake Shack.
Yeah,
I was like,
Shake
why
Shack,
would you
yeah.
go to
Bad
Kuwait?
form.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys
Shake
know
Shack
better
in
than
Kuwait?
that.
Look,
Come on.
But you know
He's
what?
a vegan man. And he went to Shake
He's not a
Shack.
vegan.
Look,
Oh, no, he got a cheeseburger or
Oh,
something?
he got whatever crazy
The,
crap
the
he
first
wanted,
day
man.
he was there, I think he ate like some beef, and I was told his body
You
shut
faker.
down.
Oh, I
Like,
heard
his
about
body
that. Yeah,
shut
yeah.
down.
Like he had to go sleep, and he like was kind
Yeah.
of feeling crappy because he hadn't had beef in so long.
Right, because it was just like you're in a foreign country. It's like, here, try the Kuwaiti beef. So he's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll do it, and then it like wrecked him pretty much.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a steak after this. This conversation has made me incredibly sad.
So anyway, there's this cool mall. Like it's like kind of weird that like the mall is the place that we would be taken to, but
Yeah.
I understand that it's a very different thing for them there. Like their relationship to malls is quite different.
I mean, look, I've said this a million times to the people over there. Like, if you took me and dropped me off at France by myself, I think I would be lost and I would be scared and I would feel like I would get mugged. If you dropped me off at Kuwait by myself, I could get anywhere. There'd be no problem. Everyone spoke English. Every product there is sold is English. Like there's just nothing about that area that I could, and I felt safe, you know. And
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah. And it was crazy too because one of the other places that Yusuf took us, I think, on one of the first few days was Rahab, which is just kind of like this mall. It's kind of in a not as ritzier area, I guess. I mean, look, Kuwait was really nice. Like every place was like super nice, high quality. But the thing is, he took us to this mall, and seriously, like the bottom floor and the top floor and the middle floor, nothing but video game stores and anime figures and everything.
Oh, dude, I would have been poor.
Like literally everything there was a video
It was
game
like super
store.
nerd.
That's
super
great.
nerd.
I would have.
And it was
buried
crazy too
myself
because
there.
like I was wondering like how do they compete against each other, right? And Yusuf was like, well, those two are owned by the same guy. Those three are owned by the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, it was just like video games everywhere,
Like
anime
it
figures
was cool.
everywhere.
It was cool being with Yusuf there because he like knew everybody and he was like, yeah, it's not because I'm like working with them. It's like just been going here for like 25 years.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then what was it? What did we do on Wednesday? Something else. I don't remember.
God, that weekend was such
I don't know.
a blur.
Oh, that was Wednesday because Tuesday we slept the entire day.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Tuesday.
Anyway,
was
then
like-
Thursday
yeah.
and Friday and Saturday were the tournament.
Right.
In Kuwait, the weekend is Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
So Thursday was like their Friday night, and then we, you know.
But
It-
yeah,
It was cool. I mean, the tournament itself was like very much just a video game tournament. Like it could have been anywhere. There was also a cosplay thing, which was
Cosplay
cool.
Look,
I saw you guys got to play Guile too.
Yeah, we got to play
I'm just
Guile,
gonna say
there was
this
a booth
much.
thing. It was like an expo.
Yeah, they had a
Yeah.
gaming expo there with booths and stuff like that. You know, that everyone was selling figures. I almost bought something too, but it got snatched from me before I came back to pick it up.
I'm
But,
that
I mean,
guy too.
yeah.
I'll wait till the last minute. I'm gonna circle back.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about it is, though, honestly, like like this is one of the reasons why they brought us out there, right? Is because there's so many stereotypes about Kuwait and everything like that. I went out there, and the convention and the tournament, I would probably say, I mean, I'm not even exaggerating, maybe 25 to 33% of the people there were in cosplay.
Oh, that's sick.
Like,
Wow.
it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
and
that's probably
then,
accurate.
and I could not distinguish that crowd from any other gaming crowd that I've ever seen.
No, for sure.
They were so into it. They were just crazy passionate about games. It was just, I mean, geeks are geeks anywhere
Yeah,
you go,
that's
and
true,
they were
pretty
exactly
much.
the same. And
We were just talking about
Yeah.
that.
not only that, but let me tell you, when they did their cosplay contest, right, which they flew Superton out there to be a guest judge for, right? So it wasn't one of those things where it was just like, come up on stage, here's my costume, rawr, and then they walked off. Like, they had audio clips prepared in advance. They had props. Like, a guy came up with Joker. Like, the guy who cosplayed as the Joker from the Arkham games had a whole chair and furniture and everything around me, had a fake gun, and he just walked up and was, like, doing this whole performance, like, I'm sick, and, you know, one of you guys in the audience has the cure. And he would walk up to an audience member with a gun. He's like, is it you?
Is that recorded? I watched
It was
that.
on stream, dude. Yeah.
And, like,
What the heck?
two girls, like, were League of Legends characters. I don't know one of
It
them.
was
I know
Jinx and Vi.
Oh,
Jinx and
sick.
Vi, and
Sisters.
And
Yeah.
it was the audio. Like, they recorded the audio ahead of time, but like the acting, like the Jinx was just going in.
Yeah.
She was like,
And she like had her gun,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, and she
like,
would run
Vi
in
had her-
circles,
yeah.
like when she was all happy and
That's
stuff
so
like
great.
It
that.
was really well done.
Dude, like they were going in. It was really.
And they
really
won, I
crazy.
think, right? The League of
Yeah,
Legends
yeah, they
girls
did
won.
win.
Okay.
The League of Legends people.
Spoilers.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, come on, guys.
They were really, really good.
Yeah, it was really impressive, the level. I mean, they even had apparently there's a bunch of WWE fans out there because there was at least two WWE skits out there. One of them came as the Undertaker and was doing the choke slam on people.
With,
Wow.
with the eyes,
Jeez.
you know, with like the.
Oh, with the
Oh, yeah?
oh,
Yeah,
sick.
I
So,
think they got second place. Like, it
yeah,
was-
yeah. Which because WWE speaks to Tally's heart, you know.
But I mean, also like you could tell that like the performance of it was at least as important as like, what you had on
Right.
cosplay. So
yeah.
Sounds like a fun time.
anyway, look, Kuwait has a lot of things that I really disagree with. I really don't like how they treat workers. I really don't like the political system.
I've actually mentioned that to Yusuf.
Me
you
too.
know,
Yeah,
about
we've
that.
definitely talked about it for sure.
Because I mean, look, it was awkward for me because most of the workers there are Asian. They're Filipinos and like from.
So the menial laborers are almost categorically South Asian, like India and stuff. And then the like service level workers are almost categorically Filipino.
Okay.
And then people in management positions are almost all Kuwaiti. And there's like a little bit of overlap here and there, but it's like very, very little. So
Oh, that sucks.
It's just like they can't have unions, and it's, like we actually met with the Kuwaiti lawyer, which was super sick for me.
Oh,
And,
that's right. I wasn't there
like
for that.
Reinhardt and Abigail came with us, and they were just like humoring me, you know, while we sat in this lawyer's office and had like some cool chai tea, and I like interviewed him basically. And you know, he was saying like, look, the lawyers have the workers have protections, and like there are laws for them. It's just like not as much as we would like it to be.
Right.
But like it's really tough to get things done because it's like a royal government, and like they have such a vested interest in keeping it sane. So anyway, there are lots of things that I don't like about the government there. But that's not to say anything about the like folks that we hung out with, because they're all
Sounds like it was really fun.
Yeah, it still sounds like it was a good time.
Oh yeah,
man.
dude, it was.
Yeah,
It's
everybody
nice,
was super nice.
I wanna go.
there.
and like to the extent that it was like kind of like I didn't like it. It was still like eye-opening or educational, like something like
Well,
that.
the thing
Like it
is,
was like worthwhile.
When you guys go places like that, especially like, and you can pull something from it, it's still an all around like a good trip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh
As long
yeah,
as
it's
you can pull
awesome.
something.
It's awesome.
I know
I
D1,
highly recommend checking it
D1
out.
and Mr. R were there. They made a new best friend over there. So, shout out to D1.
All right.
Shout out to D1.
But no, it was really
It
cool.
was really, I
and
had a blast.
I will say one thing though. You know, Los Angeles has a reputation for having terrible drivers, LA drivers, right?
Oh yeah.
After having been to France and Kuwait now, I have never felt more safe on the road.
Oh really?
In my entire life.
Yeah.
Jesus, like.
I think driving in a city anywhere is pretty like.
Dude,
Pretty
no,
whack,
I mean,
but-
Nah, man.
like
I came
people-
out here and I was
It was a
kind of
little tougher.
terrified.
No,
Well,
because
people
like on
driving
Kuwait,
no
when
lights.
people are driving with the lines on the freeway, they really don't care about the lines on the freeway
Oh, okay.
unless they have to.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just like.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, you're just
like-
roaming, and
yeah,
people use the shoulder as another lane.
Yeah, and stuff like, and people are just like
Oh, no,
honking
I'm
at
not
each
about
other.
that. Yeah,
and,
okay.
Oh, it's scary over
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, I don't like
it's
any of
quite a
that.
blast.
So,
And like I noticed too that so you know if you're following somebody in your car here, you give them like 5-6 feet, right?
Yeah.
And like if you're going straight and they're walking in front of you, you're like, you know, you give them a little bit of berth there, and they like would calculate in their minds like, okay, how close can I be to this person, and just like barely like a foot away.
Oh my god.
And the people walking, it was like normal to them
Yeah,
too.
They're just like strolling.
Like they weren't scared. They were just like, yeah, people go a foot behind me like all the time. Like that's
Yeah.
how it is.
It's
And
just
that's
pretty
how,
much-
that's how cars are.
I don't trust anybody in this room to do that while I walk. Let
But
alone
I
random
hear ya.
strangers.
I hear
I mean,
you,
look,
but it was normal to everybody.
I've
You could
discovered
tell.
that this is just the way it is everywhere that's not the United States. I still remember when I went to Taiwan in the 5th grade. Like my cousins had to we were following them and they were going to cross the street to get to a game store. They crossed the street and it was like Frogger, dude. Like seriously, they were just walking down. The cars were going back and forth. Me and my brother stepped foot on the curb. We almost got hit by a bus. Like
Oh
I'm
my
serious.
God.
It was like ridiculous.
So slightly almost the same, right? So my friend Matrix Matt,
Oh yeah.
he wants to. He's like, yo man, you guys should come to Ethiopia. This is that and the
Oh,
other.
sick.
But you can't drive. And I was like, why can't I drive? And he was like, well, one, you don't have a driver's license. But most importantly is that you don't want to. Because people will literally wait for you to drive and dart out into the street so you can hit them.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
will lock you up. And you will have to stay there because of their laws. And I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
are you joking? And he was like, you have to have a driver. Because if you don't, they have people that
Dude.
will wait just to get, they'll see a foreign driver and they'll be
Yeah.
like, that guy's not from here.
Oh, got you
So-
good?
Gotcha. And you go to jail.
Dang.
Dude,
that
you know
sucks.
what? You go look up footage of dash cams from China.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and people literally dart out in front of cars, and like the car will stop in time, and the guy will run up and fall
jump on
onto
the
the
car.
car like they got hit.
I saw a video of that where they jumped on the windshield.
What a world,
Yeah,
man.
uh-huh.
What a world.
I saw a dude, he like ran up to the car, and like the car was stopped, and he jumped on it, and he slammed his head against the
Yeah.
windshield to make like a
Crack. Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell is
Yeah,
this?
he didn't succeed the first few slams.
No, he
either.
sure didn't.
He was like, bam, bam,
Oh my.
bam,
And
crack.
then it cracked,
then-
but the guy has a dash cam, so he's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now we know why.
That's
yeah,
why he has a dash
exactly.
cam,
dude.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
world, dude. It's
But anyways,
Anyway, it's a fascinating country. There is a lot of tech there, and so what they're trying to do is make Kuwait more of like a destination for video game and sort of expo stuff, and they did have announcements there from like Koei Tecmo and
Square Enix. Yeah,
so
I was saying that.
That
like,
seems
they
to be
don't make
working.
a lie.
So that's cool.
Yeah, it's definite. Look, there is definitely a market there that people need to tap.
For sure.
Because those guys there are about as rabid about video games as anybody else, and they've got the money to spend on it, honestly. And the other cool thing about it too is like, you know, you go to China or like the Philippines and buy games. Like I told them the story, like in the Philippines, like I was told this is how it works in the Philippines, that in their malls, the bottom stores sell all the legit stuff. And the top floors, which are owned by the same people, sell all the pirated stuff. And whenever people come in to, like, police try to get them, the bottom floors will see them and call the top floors and they all close.
Wow.
Jeez.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's how it works, right? But everything in Kuwait was legit copies. Nothing was
nothing
like pirated at all. And so when we went to like Rehab, like I said, that was all game stores. Everything there was legit.
Man, I want to go to Kuwait, dude.
Yeah, it was really an interesting experience. Yeah, it's my second time there. You know, so it was cool.
So there is definitely an untapped market there, and it would be really smart for some people to look at. Like maybe even Twitch wants to start looking over into that area, you know, or even just like some other game companies, because there's definitely a legit scene to tap into.
Yo, man, I didn't get any Twitch ads or YouTube ads the whole time I was there.
What?
That's
Twitch,
pretty,
I guess Twitch and YouTube are not selling ads there. It's like, that's the only
Interesting.
explanation, really.
Dude, the best was I think I was browsing a web page over there, and then all my ads were in Arabic. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
look at this,
for sure.
location-sensitive ads.
By the way, the players there are really good. And
See, FGC Blue confirmed my Philippine story. He says 100%.
oh,
that's true,
sick.
so.
That's awesome. So in Street Fighter, first place was Xian. Second place was Aziz, who's a local Kuwaiti player, super good.
He needs to get.
With
He's
Ken.
like 19 years old or
Yeah,
something
young
like
guy.
that. Yeah.
He beat Reinhardt 3-0.
Whoa.
And
Who's
in fact-
Reinhardt playing?
Ken.
Ken also.
And not only that, but
Oh, no, he's Ryu. I'm
the
sorry,
story
he's
I
Ryu.
never
Okay,
got to
that
tell
threw me
on
off.
stream, which Yusuf told me, was that the last Kuwait Battle Royale, Aziz and Ryan Hart. Well, so Ryan Hart did a Kumite, and he was just bodying everybody one after another. And Yusuf looked through the list and was like, okay, Aziz is the only person who could beat him. So he moved Aziz to the end of the list. And Ryan Hart beat everybody until it got to the very end, and he was done. And Yusuf was like, okay, there's one more guy I want you to play. He's okay, he's young. Try fighting him or whatever.
Yeah, he was like 14.
Yeah, and then Aziz like bodied him.
Oh,
And
no.
Ryan Hart was like salty, and I think they even had a run back in the tournament, and Aziz bodied him again.
Yeah, so when he bodied Ryan again this time, 3-0, Ryan was sad.
Really?
Oh,
Sad face Ryan, yeah. Okay, so let's see. Guilty Gear was won by Abigail, second place Deadfish,
I know that is.
local Kuwaiti player. Blaze Blue was won by Abigail, second place Deadfish.
So Abigail, the Japanese player.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Abigail.
Pokin.
Poken won by Jin, super good player. Local player. Machamp.
My
Yeah.
champ, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Second place Deadfish. Yeah.
Look,
He's like the poverty game
I want-
specialist.
No.
Street Fighter 5, he got like
Top
fifth,
eight,
fifth
yeah.
or seventh.
So he's good at everything.
Is there footage of
That
this
dude
guy?
was legit.
No,
Yeah, it was on stream,
he's
man.
like the one guy I
On
wanted to
stream.
talk about. Like, okay, obviously Aziz, like he should go places for Street Fighter 5, but this Deadfish guy was good at every game.
Sounds like
game.
a Kuwaiti nerd, Josh.
I feel so I feel like
Yeah.
he was really good, and I felt like Jin 88 was also because he got like third in Gear or Blaze Blue, and he won Pokken. And,
Right.
Like those two dudes, I thought were really.
And
good.
the
I
funny
wanna
thing
see
is,
this.
people were saying that Deadfish, like I was saying that to Deadfish, I was telling him, like, you're really good. It was like, wow, and everything. And all of his friends like, man, this is the guy who's either like on fire or he sucks. I was like, damn, okay, it's like that. But yeah, no, he was super impressive. Like,
Okay.
to me, coming away from there, yeah, probably those three, Aziz, Deadfish, and Jin are
Yeah.
probably the main
I'm
ones.
definitely gonna look these guys
Yeah,
up.
man.
Yeah.
Like whenever I see players like that, I'm always reminded that a lot of being good at fighting games is just geographical luck. It's like where you happen to be, and like they happen to be in a place where it's pretty tough to get really good. You know? But
Because the hardest part about,
I feel like if those guys were in like Los Angeles or Tokyo or
right.
something, like
I asked Deadfish
really
too.
good, really
I was
good
like,
players.
why haven't you gone to more events? And he's just like, just no money. I can't do it. Can't travel. So.
I mean, well, look at people like KBR, man. The only reason he got to the States was because he won a trip here.
Right.
That was it. And then he grinded it out.
Right.
Man.
Well, I mean, the one thing I will say, and this is why I think this this KBR, Kuwait Battle Royale. Why I think that this event is so important is because it's giving more ability for these guys to shine. There weren't too many people watching the stream. Hours were kind of odd and everything like that, obviously. But, you know, it's just, they got to keep it going. And I'm super excited what Yusuf is doing. And just everybody there, because like there's a few different groups. White Tower's doing a bunch of stuff. You know, all the groups out there, if they keep this up, you know, this is a really important scene, I think, to start growing. Because, you know, kind of like how within the U.S., I'm always like, Texas, yay! Like, within the world, I feel like this is a super important area. Because, like I said, I was really impressed by what I saw from there.
I fixed it, and you did it again.
And he's still hanging in there,
He's still there. He's still there, though. All right,
He's
well,
going down.
it's probably enough about Kuwait.
Yeah.
What do you want to say about KBO Stickbug?
That's right.
There's a bunch of games there. Kim Woo won Killer Instinct.
Oh,
yeah?
really?
It was almost Kim Woo winning 2 Killer Instinct tournaments at once.
I didn't get the results.
Really? Because the tab right after what you were just looking at says KV.
Oh, you're right. It is. Oh, because.
Sure is, James.
Oh, okay. You're right. Okay.
All those, you know.
Because I'm.
It's only been like 2.5 hours now. How did you forget?
Jesus.
Dude, there's so many games here. I don't know how. Okay.
All right, you want to just
Let's
fire through them?
Okay. Revelator, top 3. Third place was Nage with Faust.
Wow.
He was second place at Evo, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Second place was Omito with Johnny, and first place was Machabo with Xin.
Machabo, huh?
Yeah.
that
I
guy
thought he
is-
was a Soul player.
He was.
Yeah.
Holy crap, okay. Smash Brothers Wii U. Ken got third place with Sonic.
Hey! I like that.
Second place was Rikiri
Crush
with
40.
Cloud. First place was Kameme with Rockman.
Sweet.
Smash Brothers Melee. Oh yeah. Third place was Nanashi with Samus, Rudolph with Fox, and first place, Amsa with Yoshi.
All right.
Yeah. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, third place. Broken Tears, Angelic with Red Aramer, because that's what they call him in Japan.
That's true.
Dormammu and Shuma Gorath, who of course Firebrand, right? So second place was Clockwork with Virgil, Dr. Doom, and Strider Hear You. And first place, Home Turf defended, TMP Cross with Zero Strange
Damn you,
Dante.
Cross. He beat me at Evo in Guilty Gear.
Yikes.
Oh,
Gotcha.
dang, okay. Street Fighter 5, this was a good one.
Yeah, super good tournament.
Fourth place, Kazunoko with Cammy. Third place, Arturo Sabin with Dulcim. 2-0'd Kazunoko.
Dang.
2-0'd Kazunoko.
Dang.
Yeah, like it was just 4 straight rounds
blow up.
against that Cammy.
Really?
Yep.
Cammy,
Blow
you
up.
know, was that strong character, got
Yeah,
blown
fourth
up.
place Cammy.
Yeah, 4th place Canada. What a
Right.
terrible
It's
showing.
the player.
a
Second
terrible
place,
showing.
apparently Mauve, not M-O-V,
Oh,
Mauve, with Chun-Li. And first place, Goichi 3151 with Chun-Li. So
Wow.
grand finals did come to a Chun-Chun, but it was a very, very
It's very fast paced.
frenetic Chun-Li match. Yeah.
8 more years, huh?
Yeah, but Goichi, he's such a good player.
Yeah, for
He's
sure, man.
such a good. I mean, he won Pokken at final round. Remember? So,
Yeah, he won a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so he's definitely a player to keep an eye on, and you know, in terms of players being sponsored, Japanese players being sponsored,
That'd be cool.
this is a guy who needs to be looked at very carefully.
Yeah, Art basically destroyed everybody until he got to top 3.
Okay.
And it was super close with MOV.
Yeah, it was.
It came down to the last, like it was the last game, last round. Everything was close. Unfortunately, the last round he got blown up, but because Chun-Li happened. But I mean, the amount of work that he did to stay there was ridiculous.
KOF 14.
This is like the first tournament for
Yeah,
this game.
Yeah.
it sure is.
So,
After their weekly announcements of, you know, characters, so.
Oh, I guess this was a single elimination tournament.
Yeah.
Because tied for 5th was K2 with Ryo, Iori, and Kim. 5th place was also Kantoku with Iori, Kim, Vice. 5th place, Daku with Iori, Kula, and K. And 5th place, Jamuwo with Ryo, Kim, and Mai. 4th place was Debu Yashiro with Iori, Benimaru, and Kyo. 3rd place with Kibetsu with
Average
Kibetsu.
character in the game.
With apparently Nelson Vice Athena, Iori Vice Athena, Nelson Kula Vice, Iori Kula Athena, and Kula Vice Athena.
Sick, dude. I want to see that Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson is sick.
Second
Right?
place, Jai, with Iori Luong Kyo and Iori Robert and Kyo.
Wow, okay.
And first place was Terezo with Ryo, Kyo, and Iori.
I think that is the most boring possible team
that you could
win.
play
What,
in that
Ryo,
game.
Kyo, and
Yeah,
Iori?
it's like the most.
Fireball
It's
uppercut?
like the most main character roster possible.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a Terry or something, but man.
This sucks, dude. There's no Banderas or nothing, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you
really
watch
wanna see that
Kibetsu,
game.
he only had Nelson on half of his team, so it was a half Nelson.
Nicely
Blaze
done!
Blue, Blaze
All
Blue
this.
Central Fiction. Third place was Tsujikawa with Izanami. Second place was Soji with Arakune. First place was Amoeba with Jin.
All of that for the half Nelson joke, huh?
Yeah, uh-huh.
You are holding
Dude, I had the best pun at Kuwait, though.
Oh,
I did. I even told David that he
porpoise.
liked
I
it.
remember.
Right?
Porpoise.
Yeah, yeah.
The porpoise joke.
So, like, it was seriously clash, Abigail, anti-air super right when May did Mr. Dolphin. Like he did that on reaction. I was like, what the hell? And I basically like, did he do that on purpose? I mean,
sure
come on.
said it.
But look, but that's pretty good.
That's
though.
genius,
I have
though.
to say,
That's
I have to
genius.
say.
Come on.
It's pretty good, man.
It is, but
It's pretty good.
Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax Ignition. Second place was Ti with Shana and Jiru with Yuki. I guess it was a team tournament.
Yeah.
First place was Darashi with Kirito and Shiki with Shana. Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct was sick.
Third
Okay.
place was Balsamic Sue with Conra.
Yeah.
Sick name.
Second place was OGTY with
OT.
Arbiter.
Yeah.
First place was Reto with Kim Woo.
Yeah, he was a Jago player for forever and now playing Kim Woo.
Sick.
He's like really strong there. He's a really good player.
Okay.
Nitro Plus Blaster. Second place Aru with I. And first place was Tencho with Soniko. Koihime Enbu, which I've never even heard of.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Fourth place is Dai with Kane. Third place I'm assuming that's Galileo, the same one who
Right,
plays
probably.
Blaze Blue, with Son Shoko. And second place was Ken with Soso. And first place was Saginomiya with Ryofu.
That could not even be real. That could be made up as far as I'm concerned. Like, I've never actually heard of this. I
Right?
have no idea what
I mean,
that
it
is.
has a picture and everything. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
true.
right?
It's true.
What if they just snuck it in there to just be like, yeah, no one will know.
Yeah. That'd be so sick.
Like, it's just like...
That'd be so sick. Blade Arcus from Shining EX. Second place Tamashi with Rage and Sakuya, or maybe Rage, I'm not sure. First place Gamera with Urayukihime and Pyron. Aquapaza. Second place was Slut, Uchitai, Akan.
He is really
With
into this.
Ayaneko,
Yeah, man.
with Karulao, Mini Z, with Tamaki, and Goichi with Chizuru. Okay, so that was the team name, I see. And then first place was Team Zen, Nippon, Kachita, Linkai with Gamera, Sasara, he was using Sasara, Nobi with Tamaki, and Ki with Morgan.
Almost done.
Last game, Arcana Heart 3, Love Max!
I hate
Third
this game
place.
so much.
Do you really?
Dude, I hate that game. Oh
Third
my
place was MMG with Elsa. Dude, let it go. Second place was Dis with Clarice. First was Tokibito with Konoha.
Nicely done. You know what? In the future, we should probably consider like paring down the results a little bit.
Yeah, this took
That's
so
not-
Well, no, because
This
this
basically
week,
took 2 hours.
this
so-
week was 2 weeks of results.
Yeah,
right?
Either way,
I mean, I
either
know,
way,
but, like,
it
you
was
know.
this one on
Okay.
We should
forever.
probably not do this again.
Okay,
Ever, yeah.
fair enough. Cockatop League.
Happened and it was great.
Okay, good call. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Do you want to take a break, or do you want to just try to run through the rest of this, or what do you want to do?
What do you got?
We're done with events, dude.
Events are over. Street Fighter 5, more than 4,000 people.
at
Next.
Evo.
At Evo.
At
That's
Evo.
crazy. Okay, so the sickest thing about this is that more people will go 0-2 this year at Evo. I tweeted about this. More people will go
I saw
0-2 at
this.
Evo this year. Like, that number is more than half the entrance of last year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're
So
right.
more than half the number of people who entered Street Fighter 4 at Evo this year will be going 0-2 this
Oh
year.
my god, I hope
And
that's
that
not me.
that is not even the final number count for the
Right?
event.
Yeah, it could be. Who knows how much.
Think about that.
it'll
Like last year, 2,000 people blew our minds. This year, over
Oh,
1,000
more than
people will
double.
go
So,
0-2.
so one of the cannons even joked like, maybe we should do an 0-2 tournament, right?
Yeah.
Or have a party for everyone who goes 0-2. I'm like, that's not a party, that's a convention.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
If
the
you have-
0-2 tournament for this will be bigger than like the entrance for any other event this year for Street Fighter 5.
Than last year's Evo.
It'll be bigger than almost every game at Evo.
Yeah.
You know?
We gotta see where it ends up.
It's like
you know?
if it's 5,000 people, 1,250 people are going 0-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A fourth of the players have to go 0-2. There's just
Right.
no choice.
That's how it is.
Think
That's
about
gonna
that.
be sick, man.
It's gonna be
It's
crazy.
gonna be nutsy.
That
Man.
tournament is gonna be bonkers.
Yeah,
For sure.
and you know what? Look, it's
They better have like 12 Street Fighter 5 streams. Like there's no other way to do
I
it. It's
know,
gonna be
right?
crazy.
Oh God! But I mean, fortunately, they're in a convention center this year, so they got space.
Right.
It's just a matter of how much hardware can you put in there now to
Right.
run this tournament.
Next topic.
Okay. Next topic. CEO Otaku adds King of Fighters 14 as an official tournament because it was announced in August, so to come out in August or September, right?
August.
August. So CEO Otaku will be taking place in time for the game to be played.
Next.
That's cool.
Okay.
Good
Mira is out.
We haven't talked about Mira or Guile yet somehow.
Yeah, because you jumped to the event stuff and I had them next.
Okay.
That's okay. It's alright.
Guile, Mira.
All right, Mira. Let's talk about her first because she's up there.
She does everything, but it costs her life to do it.
Oh. Okay.
So she has like really good projectile, really good shadow, but every single medium or heavy special move and every single medium or heavy linker drains her life. So the silver bar starts to appear. And that silver bar is recoverable life.
Oh.
So you can actually be on a pixel and only get hit once and lose a life bar.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Can you kill yourself?
No, you cannot kill yourself. You put yourself at like 1%, like the
Yeah.
lowest possible
Right.
life.
Yeah.
So basically, if you start using a lot of stuff, then someone hits you and cashes out immediately,
Yeah.
you just lose all your life.
Right. The recoverable damage you get back by doing a command throw that
Right.
does 0 damage.
Oh, okay.
It's also a command throw ender, and there's a linker that like builds you life.
See, I love games when they make characters built around the system.
Yeah.
The fact that they did that, have a character to white life themselves so that other people can cash you out super
It's
fast.
not white life.
It's not white life.
It's great.
Oh.
It's
It's
separate.
silver
Separate
life.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a different mechanic.
It's recoverable damage. It's
Okay.
not
I think
white
that's
life.
really sick. She
Well, that
reminds
makes a lot
me
of
of
sense,
ABA.
though. Anyway.
No, I think white damage she would have been
Just
too weak.
too crappy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too weak.
'Cause-
She is very good. Her damage output is
Well,
messed up.
obviously.
It's crazy
So it
high.
has to be. Yeah.
Her mix-ups are really strong. She has an air dash that costs life. She has a
Yeah.
mist, which is like it's like Omen's shadow form basically, where he turns invisible and floats.
Oh, okay.
That's like an invincible air dash that you can use, cost health.
Someone said
everything
that it
costs
almost felt like Mira was an anime character put into KI.
She is very much.
She
She's
sounds
like Karma.
like ABA. She
Oh,
She sounds almost exactly
yeah,
like
that
ABA.
makes sense. Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
Carmine,
Shout outs to
ABA
Zenak.
character. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that character is really sick. I was playing her in casuals a bunch, and there was a match where like I hit somebody with the nastiest series of lockdown into mix-ups, into like whatever, and I get the life bar, and the next health bar starts, and he like hits me, does like a 1 chance break ender, and then I died, and I was like, I got hit once. I literally got hit once and died because I used so much health
Oh, okay,
to lock
okay,
them
gotcha,
down. I used like
gotcha.
80% of my life bar to kill him, and then I got hit once and died.
That
and I was
sucks.
like, man,
That
that
sounds
But
sucks.
that's kind of interesting,
Yeah,
though. I
that
think
sounds
that's
cool to
kind of
me.
cool. Yeah.
No, I noticed. I messed with her for like 5 minutes today.
Oh, okay.
I noticed that her fierce fireball, if you knock somebody down, and there's like one, so it's like 3 bats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And they track. And even if you knock the opponent down, they still like come around. They come back around and track.
Really?
No matter
Yeah.
what, those things are true homing.
They home
They
in,
cost
man.
life, so
Yeah,
they have to be
right.
good. Yeah, and they also disappear if she gets hit.
Oh,
I
okay,
didn't know
okay,
that.
Oh,
okay.
Didn't know that one.
Dang.
I can't wait to play this game.
She
I'm like
is-
legitimately. We were talking
It's
about
really
it,
interesting, man.
and I'm getting more and more excited about being able to play.
Dude,
it.
Yeah,
6
she is
million
really
unique
sick.
users now. Like you said, second most players at Texas Showdown. A lot of people have been talking about how this might be one of the big games to go into because the more successful this gets, everybody knows Microsoft is just sitting there.
Yeah.
Like, if they wanted to just be like, you know what, esports, boom, you know,
Yeah.
and kill it,
Sure could.
you know, and
Yeah, they sure could.
and you know, even when we were in Kuwait, Emperor Kao, a DOA player who was flown out there. Oh, well, he's from Saudi.
lives in Saudi,
He's
yeah.
in Saudi. But he was talking to Cien. He was like, you know what game you should play? He's like, you should play Killer Instinct because you like those weird characters. And he says, and he said, this game is right up your alley. And Cien was like, but I have no one to practice with. And Emperor Kao was like, you
Play
can play
online.
online.
It's
He's like,
perfect.
he was like,
With he could play with the U.S. players
For
Yeah.
sure.
from Singapore.
he told
and
me that
play.
Gutter Magic has been trying to convince him to play.
Yeah.
And Cien was like, he was like, even if I play against US, and Emperor was like, I am from Saudi and I am playing with US players and it is perfect.
You played a Japanese player, right?
It was perfect.
Yeah.
The Japanese players play against West Coast players all the time.
Yeah.
Like Domi has played sets. Domi and Octi have played sets with Gutter Magic, who was West Coast, and Base, who was East Coast, and they played online like first or whatever. I played with Basfree, who's from France, online.
Yeah,
I think
Emperor
that's-
Cow was just calling it
awesome.
magic.
I think it's
He
gonna.
was just like,
magic.
The thing is,
It is
I really
magic.
think that KI. I think once they get to the point where they're like, all right, look, there's no more updates. Play our game. This game is gonna blow up. It's already getting to the point where it's
I don't
no.
think that's gonna happen.
You don't?
Oh no, the blow up. I don't think that the
The character stopping, right?
yeah. I
When
think
the
that's just
season's
always
over-
gonna be there.
When the season's over, then there's no. I mean, there hadn't been any changes from the end of season 2
Yeah.
for like until season 3 started. There was
a few months,
It was
Okay.
longer than that.
6 months.
So I feel like they have. I feel like right now what's happening with Killer Instinct is that they have the space to get like such a base that when they say, "Hey, we're gonna invest something into this," you're gonna get people coming out of the woodwork to play this game. I mean, and on top of that, like if the online is as good as you guys say it is,
Oh, it's
It
ridiculous.
is.
then they can do it online. They can have a world tournament online if it's
Sure.
that good, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's just
I
something.
mean,
to
they
think about.
do have big tournaments online.
Online,
They
yeah.
already do it. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So there was also a few balance changes to some of the characters coming
Yeah.
with the Mira patch.
Yep.
But yeah, you can definitely
Tusk
check out
Fierce
those.
is now an opener. Boo.
That totally needed to happen.
Boo.
That totally needed to happen.
Because before Sword and the Super
You just
was
did
unbreakable.
Fierce into
yeah.
Super, and that was like 35% unbreakable.
Oh, grow up, David. Jesus
No.
Christ. You are a lawyer.
For no
Put on your
apparent
pants.
reason. God. Yeah.
No, it's not that big a deal, obviously.
Well, there was news that Harada and Michael Murray hinted that there is some new Tekken 7 Fated contribution.
Announce a release date already.
So
Yeah, that's all I care
I'm gonna
about.
say this, right?
That's all
so
I care about.
We're talking about Tekken 7 and it being like an intro game. Now the thing about it is, like, I'm looking at all these people play like FR, and it's a new thing because one, the to enter this system.
It's so hot in here, guys. I'm sorry.
To enter the system of actually being able to play Tekken now, it's really difficult at first. From at first in Tekken Tag 2 because you're playing 2 characters. 7 is like, it's really easy. And then even more so FR, they give you a lot more options, easy options, and they introduce these new characters. And overall, like, the game is building up to be something ridiculously crazy. Like, I cannot wait because the cast is small.
No, you're gonna have to wait because when it comes out in like 5 years, it'll be great.
So
But,
I was actually having this discussion with Rip. What if Namco did the exact same thing that ArcSys did with BlazBlue? What if they release regular Tekken 7 while they work on FR to get people accustomed to the system? They buy the game, you get FR, you're still able to play Tekken 7 and run tournaments, and you can get FR as maybe like a $20 update. I think that
they
will
still haven't announced a release
I mean,
date.
it's better than nothing.
They don't need a release date. Even if they but like this Tekken 7 is in arcades right now. They could let you play that game for $50-$40. And then when a FR comes out, Fated Retribution comes out, they give you pay another $20, you get FR with those characters, boom.
But when, Steve? But when?
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Only question for me.
Unfortunately, Tekken Cross Street Fighter has apparently been said to be on hold.
Okay.
So, but
Headline is good enough there.
nobody has had any doubt.
We've never
that
seen
was
anything
happening.
about it, or
Yeah,
whatever.
It was interesting because SNK Playmore has rebranded itself back to just plain old SNK. They even brought back the old logo and everything, so it's actually kind of neat.
That's
For
cool.
SNK fans, it's a pretty big deal. But
I think it's really smart.
Yeah, whatever.
we didn't get a chance to talk about the events coming up this week.
Is there anything super important?
Tiger Uppercut is coming up this week, so
Okay.
that's a CPT. Is that a premiere or a...
I believe that is a ranking.
A ranking,
Okay,
and
a
also
ranking,
DreamHack Austin is
Oh
ranking.
yeah.
DreamHack Austin, which we'll be
You
at.
guys will be at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jimmy and I'll be at.
You guys will be at Wizard World Minneapolis.
Yeah.
So just want to clarify that Tiger Uppercut will be streamed on Team Spooky, because he was out there for KBO TSB, so I think he's just going to Thailand now to do this one. This is a ranking event, that is correct, and it sounds like it's going to be very stacked. And even our boy Gutex is going to be out there, so because he just went from Kuwait straight to Thailand.
That's
So,
true.
dude, that guy has got to be.
Well,
And then he's
Warrior.
gonna go right from there back to France for Stunfest.
Jeez,
Wow.
What a guy.
DreamHack Austin, which will be streamed on twitch.tv/DreamHackFighters, as well as twitch.tv/DreamHackSmash. That will be Street Fighter V with a $15,000 prize pool, Melee with a $10,000 prize pool, and Pokken with a $5,000 prize pool and a World Championship qualifier.
Are you entering? Are you entering?
No,
Can you
man,
enter?
it's commentating.
Oh, man.
I can't do two things at one tournament.
Yeah,
That's superhuman.
that's
Yeah.
really hard. That's
Superhuman.
Commentating and doing another thing at the same time sounds
Ridiculous.
rough. Yeah.
I would do it, except whenever I lose, I get salty, and then I get on stream, and then everything just goes.
I'm
to
so
shit.
happy I don't have that problem. I can just get bodied and get on
Oh,
commentary.
really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
can
okay.
too.
Yeah, I'll just get
That's
on. Like,
definitely
that's
what
fine.
happened.
Yeah.
And it happened when I was like running back and forth and nothing was making.
Okay.
That is
I
years
can't.
of Super Arcade.
Dude, I can't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I have so
No
much
big deal.
trouble with that.
Easy peasy.
All right, what do you got? That's super important for me, James.
And then Wizard World Minneapolis
Oh, yeah,
will be
okay.
streamed on twitch.tv/Wizard World Gaming.
Yep. Him and I will be there. You two will be at DreamHack. Us two will be at Minneapolis.
Street Fighter V and Tekken 7 get $3,000 prize pool. Naruto Shippuden 4 gets $1,000 prize pool.
Are you
All
guys-
free to enter.
Oh, that's cool. Are you guys experts in that game yet?
What, Naruto?
Yeah.
We've been experts, buddy.
I don't
boy.
think so.
No? So you're saying you can beat me? Is that what you're saying?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
saying maybe I'm a 1 out of 10, but are you guys 4 out of 10?
And
I'm
and-
higher
And,
than
and
four.
skill level?
Yeah, and skill level.
I'm higher than a 4.
Yeah, definitely.
Easy. I mean, if you want to run it, we can.
I'm 1 out of 10, man.
Okay.
I don't even know if I'm 1.
Why you gotta elbow me like that when you
This
talk
is-
about Naruto?
this
He's
is-
like, how good are you,
See,
Steve?
this
And I'm
is-
like, I think
this
I'm pretty
is-
good.
this
Are
is
you
why-
pretty good?
Are you
Trying to
good?
step?
I want to
This
know.
is
Trying to
why
step?
David is the master of option selects, dude.
He
He's
is.
been doing this for
Wait,
years, you know?
And he's a lawyer. It's
I
not
I was
even
telling you,
fair.
I know I'm bad. I never
Look,
played the game.
I wish you guys could have seen the intensity. He was like, are you good? I was like, damn, woo! Easy there, cowboy.
Stuff, buddy boy.
Put your guns back in your holster. I just talk about the games. I don't play them, all right?
Yeah.
Well, also coming up this weekend, Arturo is actually going to show up on Daigo's stream
Yeah.
on Daigo the Beast TV this week, and he's going to be running a 1st to 7, or I don't know what it is, but it's a rematch with Arturo Sanchez, who is going to be out there and guesting on the stream.
He's been doing a lot of work out there.
What a
I mean,
guess.
he's been working
Wait, it's
in
Daigo
casting.
versus?
Yeah, Daigo
Oh,
versus Arturo.
And then he's playing someone else too, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Nakamura versus Karinchu.
That is going to be awesome. That's also be happening this weekend. There is a Mikado Teespring that you can look up as well. That will.
I saw somebody in the chat say, "I'm sorry, Burger. I'll finish you later."
Oh my god.
So we were out at dinner
Okay, so
at
you
Northwest Majors.
you guys would
Okay,
appreciate this,
okay.
right?
We're
So first off, like I won't give every detail, right? But let's just say we went to this spot, and
It was out of control.
it was out of
Oh.
control. Like, so first off, we came during happy hour, and
Everything was so cheap.
and everything was super cheap. So we were like, hey, let's get nachos, and they were like, hey, you want to split nachos? I was like, nah, I'm gonna get my own nachos.
Me and someone else.
You
split
guys
a
get nachos, and then I'm gonna get this burger, and then I'm gonna get some fries. So I was pretty hungry, obviously. You know, we're in Seattle. I'm hungry. They had good food. You know.
Yeah.
So we go there, and I order this food, and I eat these nachos, and my mind is blown.
It's like a plate like that much of nachos, and me and another person ate like half of it together.
I'll buy
And he
these
ate
nachos.
the whole thing by
These
himself.
nachos were destroyed.
Yikes.
Yes.
But they were so. Oh my
They
god.
were ridiculous.
They were.
Okay.
And
How
I'm.
make nachos that good?
They were
I
so
know,
that's what I'm
good.
wondering,
yeah.
They were so good.
I don't even
I
know
feel like
what
this
was
is one
on
of
the
those foods that
nachos.
have like a ceiling.
I ordered like
there's like a rating ceiling.
I ordered
for
like
nachos of like 6.
a chicken adobo sandwich, plus 2 tacos, plus split an order of nachos,
Wow.
and it was all incredible. But he ordered the burger and the nachos.
So, but the thing is, I ate the nachos first.
Okay.
And I only made it like 75% through the burger. But the burger was so good that I was sad that I couldn't finish it. So I looked at the burger and I genuinely said, "Burger, I'm sorry, I can't finish
He
it."
apologized to his burger in all sincerity, and I almost missed
I believe it. Yeah.
I almost missed it because I was sitting there eating, and then I just hear, "I'm sorry, burger," and I look over, and I'm like, "Did you just apologize to this burger?" And he said, "I
In my
can't finish
defense-
it, man. I can't finish
In
it."
my defense, We go back the next day because it's that good. And I sent multiple people there. I sent Dancing Bro and his little clique. And then I told Mark Man, and then we went back. And so Eris got this burger.
That he apologized
That he apologized to. And he goes to get the burger out. Did he finish it?
Yeah, I think he
He
did.
finished it, and he said, yeah, I definitely would apologize to that
Eris said it.
Eris said that. So you know that I was not full of it. But anyways.
So what's this place called?
Do you want to let him in on the secret?
What is it? I don't know.
Oh, is
it
it
was-
like a secret?
I don't remember the name.
It was like-
something Roast House.
Something Roasters Rash or something like that.
Something Roast House.
But
it was close to the hotel.
But it was really close to the... dude, it was ridiculous.
It was so good.
I didn't even understand. I couldn't fathom.
He apologized to his hamburger. Like,
It was
that good.
ridiculous.
Were you guys in the city of Seattle or what?
No. So we were over by
Oh,
where
you're
the
in Des
venue
Moines,
was.
yeah.
Yeah. I went to Seattle and did all the touristy
Someone
things.
says,
sick,
oh,
okay.
well, Rip says it's Sharp's Roast House.
Yeah.
Sharp's Roast
Yeah.
House. That's what it's
Rip
called.
was there too.
I went and did all the touristy stuff
That's
and visited like the first Starbucks and like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
I didn't
Pint
get
Place
to do that.
Market.
I'm kind of sad
and-
about that.
I was
Pike's
like,
Place,
I
yeah.
felt like a super tourist because I was like taking pictures
Oh,
of
yeah,
everything.
That's
I
what
was
it's
doing
there
that.
for.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm doing. So I'm taking pictures, and I was like, man, I'm such a tourist. And then like I looked around, and everybody's
Everyone's-
doing
yeah.
the same.
Did-
So I'm like, all right,
Did
whatever.
you get any airborne fish in any pictures?
I
What?
tried.
That's what they do there. That's
They
what
were
do.
throwing the stuff, and I pulled my phone out, and then they were done. I was like,
Ah,
but I got to
we
see
waited
it.
like
I got
10
to see it.
minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty good. But yeah, they're flinging those things. It's
That's
crazy.
what they do. I don't know why that's a tourist attraction, but I've seen it too.
was cool.
It is cool, yeah.
Nakamura versus Karinchu. First
Sorry,
to seven.
That's
Sorry,
pretty
Jamie.
cool.
We got a
First
little
to
bit
seven.
off topic. I
First to
apologize.
seven this weekend. This is Mikado again. There is also a Teespring campaign.
I'm getting one of those
They're at
shirts.
80%. They want to bring a Japanese player named Toshins to Evo.
That's cool.
Name of what?
Toshins.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
definitely
There's
gotta
like
get
somebody
that
named
shirt.
Toshin.
Yes.
That's all.
All right.
That's
So
all.
that's events.
There's this, so in Seattle also there's this whole underground. I forget what the reason was now, but
Wait, what?
yeah, like literally an underground, not like an underground, but it's like literally there's a bottom story
I got to go
to
after
everything.
that.
Did
Yeah.
you see it? Yeah, I forget what the reason was now, but they
I
like
don't know
literally
either.
built the city above a block, a story.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but you can just walk underneath. It's like it's not even
Why
tunnels,
didn't nobody
dude. It's
tell
like
me about this?
done
This
underground.
Yeah,
sucks.
you messed up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
too
going
good.
back next year.
Yeah.
I swear I'm
hey,
gonna be
hey.
in there next year.
So Guile's out.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah,
haven't had- I was gonna get to him after we finished talking because we've obviously been skipping
cool.
Guile.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sure. What do you got? What's important?
Okay,
Okay.
so few community news stuff. Spooky, our man
But
Spooky, got joined. He got hired by XSplit as the program manager. So he's
dope.
going to be responsible for a lot of features and everything like that. I'm definitely going to need to have a long talk with him.
Yeah.
So, but it's awesome that they picked him up. Very smart thing. They've got Offcast there. Now they have Spooky working on XSplit.
And he said he won't be around to stream as much, but he will still make it out to big events.
Yeah, yeah.
Not so much, battle circuit.
I
I'm
think
pretty
he's,
sure he's
I
gonna
think
get
he's
it
starting
somewhere.
to finally trust Arturo to handle a lot of the secondary stuff
Yeah.
now. So.
Good. Alright.
Also, a lot of signings. Look,
Okay, alright.
Perfect Legend. I guess he left Team Razor.
Yes.
That's actually a subsidiary team.
That's a sub team of Team
Oh,
Razor.
okay. He signed with Team Elevate.
Yeah.
So is he? That's not Razor.
It's
It's
still,
not. They're owned by Razor, but
Okay.
they're the team under
Oh,
Razor. I thought it was
okay,
weird
okay.
because when he announced it, he was in their office wearing a Team Razor jacket. I'm like, wait, how can you do that? You know, so
Okay.
he basically got downsized.
shout outs
Yeah.
to Perfect Legend.
Yeah, we also mentioned that Panda Global has signed Marlon Pie and Ray Ray to their team. So they grabbed a Guilty Gear player and a Marvel player to add to their roster. Not that they didn't have a Marvel player already.
Right.
And Marlon Pie kind of is a Marvel player as well. But Marlon Pie then, I guess, has left Broken Tier. But he had nothing but kind words to say to him. Same thing with
course.
Kugi saying about him. Again, Kugi often has said he wants to help get his players
Yeah.
to be more
And
successful.
he's been doing it for years now. So
Yeah.
shout outs to Broken Tier.
For sure.
What was we want to talk about that.
Julio Fox.
Julio Fox got signed by Circa Esports.
No.
LPN
got
signed by-
got signed by
LPN,
Circa.
you're right.
By
Julio got
Circa.
signed by Echo Fox. That's right.
And it wasn't supposed to be announced until DreamHack Austin, but the
Oh,
player
yeah.
list got posted and it said Echo Fox Julio. So they one day shipped him like their generic jersey so he could wear it for Northwest
Wow.
Are you
Majors.
serious?
Yeah, so he had the
God.
jersey and it didn't even say his name on it. It just said like Echo Fox, you know.
So
but
can-
his jersey is gonna be there
Okay.
for.
So can we?
Texas Showdown.
I know we're trying to
Perfect.
wrap, but can we talk about the esports aspect of this team? So the minute, like, I've been watching this, like, we've all been watching it for a while play out.
Mhm.
One of the things that happened was Rick Fox posted a video about an Echo Fox team in Counter Strike versus Shaq's
Yeah.
team.
Saw that.
Am I the only one like amazed? But I think
It's
that is
crazy,
so
right?
cool that they're like, he legit made a video and like all these people saw
Yeah,
this video and they're like, what are you talking about? And now they're going to know.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just kind of a snowball kind of
Yeah,
effect.
definitely a
that
snowball.
that dynamic is just so interesting to me.
Yeah.
That's all I really wanted to say. I just think it's really cool.
Dude,
Maybe
Rick
Shaq will
Fox.
sign fighting game players.
Rick Fox is
That's-
the
could be,
enforcer, dude. He got into a fight with Doug Christie in a preseason game on the Lakers, and they both got kicked out of the game. He went through the tunnels to go to the other side to keep the fight going. Rick Fox is the man. He is the enforcer, dude. He was the
That
guy.
used to be so cool.
You have to have.
Didn't it though?
Yeah.
That's it.
You have to have that guy on your team. In order to
Yeah.
win a championship, you need the enforcer. Rick Fox
And
was
Rick
the
Fox
enforcer.
is a cool guy. Like Rick Fox is like, if anybody else deserves a team, it's him.
Oh,
So I don't
yeah.
know if you guys remember this. So
Whoever
like,
has money deserves.
some
a
years
team,
ago,
Steve.
he
It's
beat
what it is, yeah.
He beat Mike Ross at dive kick, at a game of dive kick. And he legitimately left. He beat him and went home. Not like, all right, guys, see you later. But he was like, I'm the best. And like, if the equivalent of me getting up and driving home right now. And I was like, man, this guy's amazing. Like, I'm about this, you know?
Dude, I love Rick Fox.
Yeah, he's really.
If I ever get a chance to meet Rick Fox, I would be like super.
Hey man,
hyped.
you might.
I mean,
I know.
It's not
right?
even that weird.
Dude,
It wouldn't even be that weird now.
Is it
It's-
weird to even say that? Again, we've talked about this before, but there might even be a slight chance that Rick Fox knows who I am.
Who cares?
And that-
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm sorry. Don't cry. I'm sorry. We talked about this in pre-show. I'm sorry.
Look, man, if he starts swinging, I got you.
I'm sorry. I was joking.
I'll try to
It
stop
was a joke.
God dang, what just happened?
It was a joke.
That happened so fast.
You gotta be ready. I'm trying to toughen his skin, guys. I'm trying to make him tougher. We've talked about this off camera.
No, get out of here, Steve!
And Steve and
Yeah,
Steve are off of UltraChen.
Yeah,
No
really.
longer on UltraChen.
But I'm pretty sure. Think about it.
Jeez.
There's no way he's not gonna be there to support his team.
Yo, yeah. So like at
Dang.
Evo, he really might be there. Like it wouldn't be
Yeah.
that weird.
Dude,
He
if
was
I
there.
get to meet Rick Fox and then if Christopher Guest showed
Don't
up
say
again
anything.
the next year, I would be so happy.
I think it's inevitable. I think put it like this. So think
Inevitability.
about it like this. We talked about Mandalay Bay.
Steve.
Oh my God, they're
Look,
going in
if you're,
right
if you're
now.
trying to toughen some skin up, you got to know whether you're beating on leather or if it's old tomato.
It's like paper, yeah.
Old tomato, no. Old tomato.
you're just gonna
I'm just
squeeze
smashing it.
I don't know if that makes it better.
What movie was
Seeds
that?
everywhere.
What movie was that where they like picked up a tomato and they're like, and they just squish it in their hands? But remember how
Dang, poor James.
in Mandalay Bay, right? They have these VIP seats. What are the chances that they are not there to support? What if Julio makes top 8? It's a
Oh,
very
yeah,
big possibility. Why wouldn't Rick Fox be there the last day of? You know what I mean? I feel like
For
there's
sure.
only a matter of time before we get that integration
Yeah.
where these people who support their players, especially if they're big names, are there to show their support. I mean, they've already made a video saying like, "Hey, we support our esports teams."
Right. Yeah.
Coca-Cola now has a team, whatnot, et cetera, et cetera.
Yo, Bud Light announced some stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
But McDonald's is even like trying to hire for some esports thing or so like.
Yeah, all the fingers. You're right.
But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. I think
It's
it's
cool, man.
something that we can carry back,
Oh,
come
yeah,
back
yeah.
to. But I think that's really cool.
No, it is really cool. It's very cool. And then, of course, as we mentioned, LPN got signed by Circa Esports,
Right.
which is just further proof why the word esports is stupid because their Twitter looks like it's just Circa Sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put
So
an
what do you
underscore
think it's
in
called?
there. Just
What do
put
you-
an underscore in there.
Just underscore sports.
No, we're talking about Circa_esports.
Like,
Just Circa itself, or you mean?
no, because the problem is the Twitter is Circa Esports.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like Circa
Yeah, okay.
Sports.
Like it's Latin or something.
Yeah, yeah. But
It's not Latin.
Bunch of nerds.
But so LPN is now signed. So now LPN
Sweet.
and Julio, two of the NorCal.
There's
best
like this
NorCal
arms
players.
race to pick up players.
They're like
right
snatching
Right? It
people
seems
up.
like
Dude,
it.
you know
And
what?
It
Look.
feels like just recently that LPN was talking about, hey, don't put PH, or like PH is not a team. Remember, like I feel like this is like 2 weeks ago.
This is last week.
It was last week.
This
So
is
he was
last
like,
week.
hey everybody, it's not a team. It's just like we're like hanging out, whatever. And everybody was like, man, you just got to get rid of the PH.
You know what
thing."
happened? Chris said, soon as he said that, so he was like, yo, PH, LPN. And he was like, I've told you for years to get that off of your name. And right, unless it happened before, that would be crazy.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Saving
It would
lives.
be. Anyways,
Anyway.
I was about to tangent it, but look, it's really cool. I mean, I'm super happy for them. But look, come on, where's the Chris Tartarian, dude? Where's Chris House Tartarian?
dude, that would be so
He needs a
sick.
sponsor.
Yeah, maybe
That guy-
Brent needs a sponsor.
I think, I'm telling you, before Evo, I would be amazed if those guys did.
Yeah.
If Evo hits and those guys aren't sponsored, it would be amazing.
Look, and I've said this before. I said this on the show before when Bizarro Mike was on here. Li Joe, pick that boy up because he's not just a good player. Personality-wise, he's like ridiculous, right?
Yeah, sure.
And he's charismatic beyond all words, right?
It's true. It's
But
true.
now, I mean, seriously, let's go and look some of these guys up, right? Like maybe try to go to. Is Keoma sponsored right now?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
So
don't think
Keoma,
so.
I mean, obviously Mago Tokido are out there, right?
They're up for grabs now.
Goichi's out there, but why not someone like Big Bird? Why not someone like
That'd be
look into
awesome.
like a team could probably just go and try to get Aziz and fly him out to some of the Asian tournaments. You
Well,
know,
the
don't
thing
have to take
is-
them all the way out. You know,
The thing is, a lot of these companies, this is kind of like a splash. They're like, hey, we really don't know how this
Yeah,
works.
uh-huh.
So it's like a lot of times they picking these guys up, and I can guarantee you, they're like, how's this work? Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
And when it comes to players that are out of the states, or even in their own little area, well, their own country, not little area, but their own country, I wonder how that translates to traveling to, say, all over the world for these tournaments. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know this tournament's happening all over the world, but the focal point, I feel like, is the United States for the most part. So it's,
Yeah,
I
no,
feel
for
like
sure,
that's the
for sure.
transition part that's left to be unexplored, I feel like that's one of the things that's going to translate, that needs to be translated before it gets to this, well, it's already there in most aspects, but this global thing.
Yeah.
well, in any case, a few little bits of content that people keep creating. Momochi keeps doing player lectures. He just did one for Armika. Oh, he also just ran a 3v3 tournament this last
He did.
weekend as well. I forgot about that. And I think
Won
there was.
by Eita.
I saw the list. I don't remember
Two
who
more
it was.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think grand prize was like a trophy.
Nemo.
Oh, Nemo was.
It was like
on
a
there.
T-shirt and a trophy.
Yeah,
it was
or something like
A
that.
case of
yeah.
Monster or something.
Yeah.
But Visant, more articles on BrokenTier.com's blog.
His articles are great.
I haven't got a chance to read this one, 7 moves to improve against in Street Fighter V, but I actually saw tweets from people who did read it, said it's very helpful.
Yep. Gotta check it out.
Shout outs to him and
Oh, I did have
Grand Wolf. Like, he's been
Yeah.
releasing a lot of small things on Twitter, and I'm like, oh wow, some of that stuff I'm legit like,
Right.
why not think of that, you know? But a lot of
Daily
articles and
tips.
content,
Yeah,
a lot of
daily
articles and
tips.
content out there for you to just like basic stuff for you to level up your game now, so it's really good.
A lot of people were even saying that we need to organize that Trinity versus Trinity tournament of 3 Ryus versus 3 Kens. Get the Japanese 3 Ryus versus the American.
How do
3
you guys
Kens.
think that will play out? though?
Tokido OCDs.
Well, no. See, that's the thing. Is
Let's blow up.
you'd
It's
have
an blow up.
to round robin it to make it interesting. Because otherwise, Tokido probably would just kill everyone.
I think Tokido
Tokido would probably beat all 5 of them. If you put Tokido versus the other 5, Tokido.
I think
would probably
Tokido
beat them
wins,
all.
yeah.
Yeah. So.
Tokido's too good, man.
That guy's out of
But
It's
again-
like after each tournament, he gets like an update, and he's like, "Well,
Yeah.
I'm even better now." You
I
know?
mean,
Yeah,
look-
but Infiltration's one version ahead.
Yeah.
It's getting closer. It's getting
Yeah.
It's
closer.
getting super close.
I got body slammed. I know it's getting closer.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it like this. When I saw Bonchan fight like Infiltration, I was just like, "Oh my god!" Like,
Yeah.
I was legit like, Bonchan is like a machine.
Right,
Like, I look at this dude play, and I'm like, he's either all in or he's like kind of all out. Like, but when he's all in, I feel like there is nothing that you can do.
Yeah.
Like he's legit. I think I have the upper hand, and he's like, no, you don't. You know, so.
And infiltration blows Bonchero.
Yeah, he blew. Yeah.
But
So Guile.
Guile.
Let's talk about Guile a
Throws
little bit.
sonic booms and does flash kicks.
That's pretty much what he does. See ya, everybody. Have a good night.
No, I think
it
he's
seems really interesting.
I think he's super sick right now.
I got kind of lucky because I got to watch Knuckle Dude get his hands on him for the first time because he came out, and then like they were playing casuals at Northwest Majors and he was playing him, and I was like, I said last time we were talking about Guile that he would do that. Knuckle Dude would do the duck walk for like mad long until the flash kick. It took him like 30 seconds to do that. First of all, before that came out, and then I was like, I'm telling you right now that he was doing duck walk and he would just jump in on people after because they see duck walk and then they're like, oh, I can't.
That's kind of clever.
Yeah, and then I was like, I bet you duck walk into dash up throw is like 100%.
Oh, that'd be
And then the next round starts and he does duck walk, dash up throw, and it worked. And I was like, there it is. That's an infinite. Like, there's no way out. Like, that is like inescapable.
Look, I mean,
Duck walk into offense is sick.
they
Yeah,
actually
that's cool.
found out that his regular flash kick does have invincibility.
But it's
Only
after
on
like the
active
first two frames.
right?
Yeah.
So it's not invincible right away. But if you time it right, it will always be an anti-air, right? So he's got a legit anti-air.
Okay,
So some
okay.
people are saying like his Sonic Boom has 28 frames of recovery, and that's really bad. So when he throws Sonic Boom, you can jump on him, right? You better be predicting it fast, because I went to training mode to mess with Guile to test it out. It's not hard to do Sonic Boom flash kick.
Oh no.
It's not. In fact, Desk did a combo that was like mid-screen, bam, bam, into EX Sonic Boom flash kick. Like he just comboed them, just one right after the other. It doesn't take long to charge up for the flash kick.
No, yeah, his
So-
start times are pretty short.
So if that's the case, and his flash kick can be used as a real anti-air, it's not like Sonic Boom, walk, jump over the Sonic Boom, here's my free jump in on Guile. You better be like Sonic Boom, jump in and hit and be there now.
Yeah.
Because if you wait any longer, good Guiles are going to be Sonic Boom flash kicking you all day.
I feel like Guile is the I think he's the end of the gimmick character because I see him. Like I said, I fought a lot of Guile today, and I saw it today, and I was just like, man, you have to be really clean to beat this character.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how he works, he's gonna blow you up. And it's not even like a small like, oh, this is that and the other, but it's like a kind of a, you get to see where you are.
Yeah.
It's like you're playing classic Street Fighter, but you get to see like,
Yeah.
well, I can deal with this, but I can't deal with this. And now that I can, I don't know how to deal with these things. So the fact that he's so well rounded, when it comes to like normals, just play style wise, it just seems like.
And
it
there's
makes
not
sense.
like another character that does what he does.
Exactly.
Someone actually said that, they went online playing Guile, because, someone commented, like, Guile's going to start blowing up a lot of people who don't understand how to fight Guile. And someone responded to that, was like, I went online, my points are really low, I fought, like, this gold tier Laura and just destroyed him with Guile,
Yeah.
because they didn't know how to fight him.
That's
So,
the thing.
yeah, it's going to be,
Interesting.
and even,
He seems really fun.
and even, like I said,
He seems like your kind of character.
Cien said that, like, I can't use him here because he blows up Fang, right? So he might be one of those characters that might ruin a few other characters. So.
It falls right into how they're releasing these characters. Like I said, each time they release a character on this monthly basis, it's a shuffle. It's legitimately like,
agreed.
well, we're putting our cards back on the table.
Yep.
Let's see how they fall this time.
Right.
And that is a thing to consider.
Because you could be the best character in the game right now.
If
they release one character that is high tier, but for some reason bodies that character so enough people use them in a tournament, your top tier character is not top tier anymore.
They're still top tier. They just have a matchup that they get done.
Right,
And that's what
and-
Street
like
Fighter's
that's what
Effectively
Elena.
not top tier, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
right.
what Elena did
Right,
in Street Fighter.
exactly.
Like Elena came out and she was like, it takes 5 minutes to learn this character, and she beats like hell.
So what I always said is Elena was basically Cable and Osagai. Right? Cable killed 90% of the cast. He wasn't the best character in the game. He was damn close, but he wasn't the best character in the game. Old Sagat invalidates like 60% of the cast.
Yeah.
He's not the best character in the game, but because of his presence, he makes using Cammy and Fei Long and Zangief and all those characters like that much worse off,
True.
because at least in the US, where more people play Osagat, your chances of running into that character are gigantic. In the case of MVC2, there's no way you're going through a tournament without avoiding Cable. Like, it's impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible.
So that kind of character can come and ruin can shift the entire tier list by himself, You know.
That's true.
So you're absolutely right. You know,
It's
every
a shuffle.
character that comes
every time
out.
it's a shuffle. I think that's very interesting, and I like as much as I'm like iffy on the model, I'm waiting now. I'm like, I wonder how this character's gonna play. Like even though like I'm probably not gonna play the character, I'm still interested in how it affects every other character.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
But you know, I do like the injection of something fresh every once in a while, though.
It's a fun model.
It's kind of nice right now. So.
I like that they're not going in for big balance changes. It's just like glitches or things that they say are glitches, like slides being unthrowable. Maybe they weren't. Maybe that wasn't a glitch.
I feel like it wasn't.
I feel like that was a thing.
Well,
but
because
you know, they got rid of
Eternal
it, so.
Star, one of those guys who goes into everything, you
Yeah.
told me that it was like the exact same frame data for every slide, that they went invincible like in the same way and same fashion. So
Wow, I
it didn't
never-
look
it's
like
not
an
accidental.
accident.
Yeah.
Wow,
It didn't look
I
like
didn't
an
I
know.
accident.
It
mentioned
was not accidental.
I mentioned when they were doing changes, I felt like there was gonna be a lot of changes that are like bug fixes. And they're like, yeah, Chun-Li is whatever was like +5. Whoops, it was supposed to be -3. That's a bug fix.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Hopefully they don't do that too much, but
Yeah.
you know,
well, you know, like what Peter said, he said there won't be any major changes until after a year.
good.
I think that's crazy, but
I love it.
No, I prefer it that way. I
think-
really do. Unless
let me play the game.
and
Let
right.
me play the game.
man.
I think
Unless something happens that turns out to be so broken, like
I mean, fine.
like Alien can't be thrown while he's
fine,
you know,
like,
like,
That- that's
like he can
something-
duck under fireballs
Like, look,
and
they're not gonna
block
let
and
Alien
overhand.
into this game, alright? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Give
I
a
think
little more credit.
Street
Well,
Fighter
wasn't there
5.
new glitches for Alien?
yeah, Alien is a
okay.
pile of nonsense, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
he's
okay.
stupid. Yeah, but the thing about it is, Street Fighter's characters are not. I feel like they can get away with the way they do changes because their characters are not like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're relatively straightforward.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you don't really have to do all these crazy balance.
Anything
whatever
that's
it
going to
is.
be that broken probably can't be that.
Yeah, it won't be
not
added to the
obvious,
game
you know what I
anyway,
mean?
yeah.
Because as soon as something that broken gets into a character, it would probably stick out like a sore
Oh
thumb.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
for sure.
perfect example. Look how. First off, the fact that they put this rule in for Capcom, like you can't use a new character until like it's been out like 2 weeks or something.
Right.
That's genius. Because
Yeah.
when
You have
MKX
to do it
came
like
out,
that.
like every time they're like, oh, these new characters are obviously
Remember
broken.
CEO Tanya?
CEO, like come on, man.
Final
Like,
round Alien finals, like come
They
on.
know better than that.
No,
and
they
they
don't.
kept it. Well, obviously.
They know now because they've seen
Okay.
MK's example.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
I thought you meant NRS.
Oh,
So I was like, yeah,
NRS,
NRS
yeah.
clearly doesn't know.
yeah, but now it's just a matter of what can Capcom do around the game, right? What they're doing in the game is great.
That's cool.
I love the way the game is going, but man, they still need to work on some of the stuff around the game.
Yeah.
I do like the 2 out of 3 stuff though when I play online.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's actually really like
Yeah.
as much as I'm like I'm one of those guys. If you play me, I'll say it right now. I'm at like ultra gold right now. If I play like somebody that's like below ultra silver, you only get 1 match. That's it.
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah,
because,
yeah,
like, okay,
'cause
so-
you lose too many points.
Yeah, let's say you're like super high ranked. If you lose to somebody who's low and then you beat them twice, you will be down like 80 points.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
So it's like, why would you even play again?
Dude, but I will say this though. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I was doing better with Cammy last night. It's the first time I played with the rematch stuff, right? I lost the first game probably 60% of the time. But that's the thing is I need that
You need
to
that
adjust
game.
to
You need
them.
that game.
And then I was able to win 2 games afterwards
Yeah,
a lot.
you
So
start
now that I
playing the
think
player
about
character.
it, maybe that's why I felt like I was winning more because I had more opportunity to play people. So
Do you feel like playing the character or the player is better? Like
Player.
overall, player? Really? What about you?
Especially in Street Fighter 5,
Yeah,
player
it's the
for sure.
Player?
Like so for
depends on the game.
Like
Depends
here's
on
an
the game.
example. Well, I feel like it's almost every game. And in Kuwait, I played a dude who used Nikali against my Zangief, and he beat me the first game, but I noticed he was jumping a lot. And then in the second game, I didn't do anything as Zangief. I didn't walk forward. I didn't jump. Maybe I walked forward a little bit, and I just waited for him to jump, and I did down fierce.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like I'm not playing against Nikali. I'm just
Right.
playing
Well,
against
I
somebody
just-
who I see jumps a lot.
Well-
Like that's how it is. That's so much more important than playing against character.
The only reason I'd counter that argument is because, like in Street Fighter 4, most of the top players using a lot of the characters played the same because there was a very optimal set play way to play these characters, right? Street Fighter 5, I think it's completely different. I don't think you, like, the character, because remember we were saying that you can express yourself so well.
Yeah.
Even at the highest levels, the same people play the same characters completely different now.
Yeah. Well, that's. I think it's a mixture of both. I personally believe, and it probably says something about my showing at tournaments, is that I'm a character fighter. Because it doesn't matter what you do or how well you play. If I can stop that character, you're done.
Oh, right.
That's just my personal belief. I mean, don't get me wrong. The other person starts to fight you because they're like, well, I know this character, but do I know the player? And if you know what the character can do in general, and I feel like that kind of comes from the game that you play. That's why when you were like, oh, Street Fighter, whatnot, etc., etc.
Yeah, I think Street Fighter 5 is...
Street Fighter is you can play the player and you can legit catch him, just like you said. I'll give you a round and even a match, but I can get you on the back end.
I mean, it's just like David said. I played online and I'd be playing, and then I played this Ryu who just uppercutted everywhere and hurricaned after everything, and he destroyed me the first game. And if it was just the one game, that would have been it, right? But in the second game, I was like, okay, I know how he plays, and then I was able to win the next two.
Yeah. I feel like player is more important in like most of the games that I played. I feel like it still is in 4, because you have to play the neutral game before any of the knockdown stuff happens. And I feel like it's more important in MK. Maybe like as Tager, I have to play the character because I just am so assed out in so many situations. And like I can't like force things. I have to like play reactive.
And that's a
like,
lot.
Maybe that, but
and it's a bunch of hard reads. I see exactly what you mean. Now I feel like that's the perfect like middle ground. Like you have to say, well, I know what I need to do. I know what this character can do. That's one. 2 is I know what I need to do, and now I know what this player is going to do after 1 round or 2 rounds. You know what I mean? That is a thing that makes complete sense.
Yeah, so you always start out playing the character.
Yeah.
And then you can start playing the player.
For sure.
There, yeah. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. That definitely makes a lot more sense.
All right, you want to wrap up?
Yeah,
let's
wrap
ya.
up.
We ran a little long.
We're probably not going to do this 2-hour-long tournament.
Look,
review
we had
thing
2 weeks
anymore.
of
Yeah, but even still, like, there was a lot of stuff we probably didn't need
Dude,
to
the
do.
second
We
weekend
should have covered.
we barely went into.
We should have covered like the 4 events we were at.
Probably.
And that's about it.
And maybe, like, just a couple of games from other ones.
The important,
so
like,
we have
really
to divide.
popular
So what's
matches.
going to happen is we're going to start dividing and conquering. They're going to a tournament. We're going to a tournament.
We'll figure out. We'll
work out the logistics.
But
Yeah, because this took so long.
This took way too long.
this weekend we're traveling to places, but
You guys will be at,
DreamHack Austin.
we'll be at Wizard World, Minneapolis.
yeah, and then the following couple of weekends we're free, so we're gonna hope to try to start streaming some content on the UltraChenTV. In fact, some of us might even just stream on it naturally. We'll create the team page at some point in time, but again, awesome. I'm super happy to have Steve and Steve on board.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Steph and Steve on board.
Yep.
I'm super happy to have them helping us with UltraChen, and yeah, expect cool things.
Later.
Thanks for tuning in,
Peace
guys.
out, everybody.
You know, it'd be